So, it's. I hesitate to say the morning because you guys don't necessarily kept track of time perfectly in sync with body clocks and stuff. But it's after a long rest, just after a long rest. And you guys are leaving. You guys have said goodbye to Islamira and encased her in bronze for all time and turned everything to bronze, all that goodness. And making your way out the eastern door. So her lair.
Yeah.
It's much of the same tunnel. Coming out this side, you could easily believe you just walked out literally the same door you came in, except slightly different layout. But it doesn't really immediately appear any different. But after following it for an hour or so of tracking underground, you find yourself coming to what is at first not obviously, but then more and more obviously a more planned network of tunnels. And pretty soon you start noticing it's lightly strewn with old pieces of mining gear. And not a long time after that, you actually come across a minecart track on the ground, which, doesn't necessarily lead to the surface, but leads somewhere probably. It would make sense.
I get in the minecart and start going.
It leads back to itself. Like, how?
It's full Minecraft. It's just a circle. It just leads back.
Yeah. So you guys continue following the tracks. Are we using like exploration activities, or are we moving at like normal speed, or what's the dealio?
I've recently gotten a little bit faster than I used to be, so maybe this changes the group speed. I don't know. I'm 25 now.
I think you and wait, maybe
25 still. So
25, yeah.
Okay. But like we're still too slow. Like we're gonna be to 10 feet. Right? I think we just chill.
Yeah, but we don't. We're not. This isn't like the travel activity, so is it, Chris? We're not doing that while we're underground.
No.
Okay.
No, not yet. I mean, theoretically, we could kind of apply that, but no, we're not in this situation.
Okay,
Once you get out, we'll get on the hex map and start using that.
No, wait. So can I walk slow? No, my speed's 25 as well. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we could just all do it. But I don't know if you have enough. We have enough interesting skills to use.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather just get out faster. And we have the continual torch now, right? So we're not in the dark at least. We don't need to worry about that. So yes, we do.
You got a pair.
I'll use my shield as well because it's very nice. It grows very brightly. Let me.
By use it, you mean use it for lights, not use it as not the razor shield exploration activity that Harv just did.
Exactly, and actually I didn't.
Right, do you have to be holding it for the light to happen, or does it like light also if it's just on your back?
I believe I have to hold it, but let's see if I put it on my sheet.
So is it a round like polymer shield on your back, or like a kite shield?
It's a mirrored steel shield, Chris.
I pinged a kite shield on the ground, but like honestly, it can be whatever. Like
I like kites. I like kites.
It's a heart shape.
No, it's kites. Let's see. Bright light for 60 feet and dim light for 60 feet in a 90-degree cone.
That's a lot of
light. It's really bright by comparison to like any of the other light sources you guys have had. Yeah, and it's a cone in front of it, a 90-degree cone.
It's like
but like even if you have a light source, a strong cone in front, you still have some light behind, really. But is that not the case? Until it's like magic.
The way the shield is shaped.
But like, when you guys don't have any dark vision, I put you on a map. I give you like 5 feet of vision around yourself anyway. So just there's your light spilling.
But I guess because it doesn't show anything in the direction or facing, I guess I still have the continual flame like out where it's like generating light.
Yeah.
Father Tubalcheck is carrying in one as well, I think. So.
Father Tubalcheck.
Yeah.
Father Tubalcheck.
You guys
what did he do?
Continue onwards.
The literal sacrificial life.
Yeah, until eventually from like around a corner, the track followed, as you can see what looks like the kind of pale white glow of daylight spilling in, unusually bright on your eyes. On the ground with these light sources. And like you come around a corner and see. Again, it's relative to how your eyes are adjusted. It's very bright out there, so you can kind of see the track runs out of the mouth and then goes on for another sort of 10 or 15 feet or so, and then seems to stop, and it kind of like wide, open area. So squinting through the bright haze, you can see it's like maybe you can make another track out there. And like it's got a sort of general feel of like kind of an enclosed kind of little mountainous space. But until you get up to it, you don't really make out a great deal. What order is everyone walking in, by the way? I've imagined Leon and Beck in the front and Father Tubalcheck at the back. Yeah. But if people would like to,
yeah, like when we were exploring before, I think Bromok was in the first. But now that like we have light and we actually have like a clear track to follow, I think I would try to do it.
That would be somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Then I shall move the
charge
onto this map as you step outside.
Right, not the world map.
Oh, bad guy. Look at him. He's all scooped.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a red circle around him, so maybe it's not that bad.
Wait,
do we have like a?
I'm still the same map.
Loading it. It's very grainy at the moment.
Whoa,
dude, my internet is so fast now. It loaded instantly.
My internet's fast, but like mine's not at all. Oh, is mine still? Am I still on my own? Because you brought me to this map first. Remember?
Ah, yeah, no, you're right. Good.
Ah! It wasn't me.
Do we have like a Fallout New Vegas moment when we or is it Fallout 3 where you exit the
vault?
The vault and like
yeah, that's
definitely New Vegas.
New Vegas, you're a postman.
Oh yeah, it's not New Vegas. That's when you wake up in the doctor's thing, so it might be Fallout 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So as your eyes, gradually adjust. Yeah, there's what looks like a sort of defensible entrance to this mine that you've come out of, by someone called Chepeku, apparently. So check his Patreon out. And yeah, like he's squinting around, you notice at about the same time he seems to notice you. There is a short, goblin-like, but Zombs, you realize it is not a goblin. Figure sitting on a rock, eating a loaf of bread. It's got like a sort of a water skin sitting, on the flat part of the rock next to it. It looks like it's sitting there having lunch. It is armed. It has a light crossbow and some kind of club, I think. Morningstar, yeah. But it's not armored otherwise. Or if it is, it's just like very light sort of padding or something. But yeah, you notice it at this kind of same time as it looks at you. It looks about as surprised to see you as anything has ever been surprised to see anything in its life, and it says, "Boy, who the hell are you?"
Hail there, friend. We're just passing through. Open the gate. It scrambles a bit and it picks up its crossbow and doesn't point it at you, but holds it in its hand. So it's it interacts with its crossbow basically. Don't worry.
Can I try to recall knowledge to figure out what this thing is?
Totally.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna assume everyone's happy to do that, given that we're out.
Sure.
You took a whole goblin.
It's
but it's not.
I think Zoms gets advantage, or not advantage, but a bonus because he knows it's specifically is not a goblin. Is probably more aware of these races. So let me just get out the old.
They're cousins, yo.
Zoms. Internet makes character sheets take forever to load. Yeah. Wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them minimized now. Heck. I'm leaving your sheets on GM, by the way. You might want to. Nice society, Beck.
Thank you. Not even my worst skill.
Okay. Leon, you're pretty sure it's a goblin. Looks quite a lot like Zoms to you.
Yeah.
Beck, you're not sure. Some kind of creature. It's got a slight air of menace about it, but I mean, between all the weird, trogs and kobolds and what are those weird dog things? No, so bipedal hyenas. What are they? Gnolls. That's right. Who keeps track of all these? Who keeps track of all these different things? But Zoms and Beck, you immediately recognize it.
Or Bromok.
Sorry, Zoms and Bromok. Yes, immediately recognize it as a Spriggan.
What?
Which are kind of like an evil breed of gnome. Well, basically, so the general idea of gnomes is gnomes come from another dimension called the First World, a sort of more magical fairy realm originally, and gnomes. I think Tom has brought this up previously in Pathfinder world. They have basically a form of immortality, but if they don't keep themselves entertained, they suffer from something called the bleaching, which basically. It basically is their way of dying. It's like if they lose the spirit of their life, they just like die of unhappiness. And there's like a physical effect on them. It's kind of a horrifying thing. Spriggans, though, just came from the First World at the same time as gnomes. But while basically when the gnomes first emigrated from the First World, some found the material plane so strange and terrifying that they lost their sense of joy. Seeing only the threat of the new world and none of its wonders, these gnomes grimly resolve to survive no matter what the cost. Their innate magic responds to this goal by twisting them in mind and body over the course of many generations, eventually transforming them into the creatures known today as Spriggans. Love, happiness, and beauty have no meaning for nearly all Spriggans, for their minds have long since abandoned the capacity to understand and enjoy such positivity in the world. Violence, malice, and distortion have expanded in Spriggan society to fill the aching voids left behind by their ancient expunging of positivity. Today, the best a Spriggan can manage and pace of positive emotions is a muted satisfaction when they make another creature suffer.
Man, so I think my race is Spriggan, Chris.
I mean, just like, do you feel empathy with these things?
Yeah, not quite as strong.
It looks like a sort of slightly muted, hairless gnome. It's got oversized, pointy ears. And a bit of a sort of alien, feral appearance. Their skin tones are all shades of blue, from very light to very dark. This is the thing I was saying. Unlike their more cheerful and optimistic kin, Spriggans do not become afflicted by the bleaching. In fact, that many of their kind smugly hold up as proof of that their ancestors' choice to abandon joy was the right one.
True.
And you also know that they have an ability in battle. Yeah, they're like most renowned for in fights. I mean, obviously, in terms of what they can do, they are strictly as like varied as any sort of humanoid race. But like their most renowned racial ability is that they can like enlarge themselves when threatened and become much bigger and stronger and tougher.
Maybe there's a right choice for back.
Guy's trouble. This guy.
He's on me.
Yeah, as it's reaching for its crossbow, I'll be like, oh, hold on, friend. There's no need for any of that. We're just exploring here. We're just passing through. Could you open the gate for us?
Give me a diplomacy check, Leon.
Okay. Damn, I went for skill increase, intimidation.
And can everyone else I can't be fucking bothered to like do everything. Can everyone roll perception for me at the same time as he's doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, we did GM roll.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I see you.
I always forget that little button. It's so small.
Sorry, do I also roll perception if I'm doing this?
Yeah, do it as well. And your diplomacy was 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't attack, but it does keep picking up its crossbow and kind of sits there with its crossbow in its lap, and says, "Just passing through, huh? What were you exploring?" Beck, as he says this, you notice there's another pair of them, one in each of the sort of watchtower things, overlooking looking out over the entrance to the mine. But they're like both sort of hidden up there, spying down at you. But you kind of spot the pointed like ears, or like through a crack between two crates or whatever. You see them up there.
Yeah, I would kind of like under my breath just mutter like, "There's two more watching."
What are you doing there? God damn it.
I'll reply, those tunnels behind us, they are mighty long and spindly. It's easy to get lost in. We just took a wrong turn somewhere. And as Dick take a step forward to see if he reacts to this.
He kind of like watches you take your step forward. Sorry, what's the question, Josh?
I was going to say, do we know, do Spriggans fall in with the new Infernal Kingdom, like the new status quo here?
No, they are traditionally a chaotic evil race, and yeah, sort of not probably oppressed and sort of isolated, and yeah, they're not like they're unlikely to be cooperating with and have not been as far as you know.
So
but like I mean, that's
like
it's very true of like goblins and stuff, and they're like not naturally, no, and certainly not naturally. Yeah, okay, so you take a step forward, Leon. Yeah, like kind of more out of the mine entrance and forwards. He kind of watches you really kind of closely. He says, well, if it was just a wrong turn, why don't you turn about and go back down that tunnel you came from, huh?
Well, I mean, we were in there for quite some time. I'm happy to see the sun again, as you know, I'm sure you are. It wouldn't be a problem if you just let us pass on through your mighty fine gate over there.
Give me another diplomacy check.
Yeah.
Quest.
Oh my god! Fuck it! I'm using a hero. Fine. They don't work anyways, so no, just get that out of the way.
They don't work. Well, if you're watching now, we're now.
Oh, baby!
Oh. Yeah, he's he kind of he actually puts his crossbow back down on the rock next to him and says, "Oh well, I suppose if you're just passing through, don't mind the suspicion. Sorry, it's just with the armor and all that, we thought you was Dawn when we first saw you."
Kind of spit on the ground.
You kind of like look down at your like plate mail, and it's like it's kind of like how I said when you came across the Knights of Rome. It's like it looks kind of similar in theme. It doesn't look, you wouldn't pass to like someone who knows what the uniforms are actually supposed to look like, but it is kind of like evil, demonic, devilish. But to someone who's not really sure what they're looking at, you could see how the mistake could be made.
Oh no!
And yeah, as he puts his like crossbow down, you like everyone else, like the other two, kind of like straighten up from where they were sort of like they're small creatures, so don't like straighten up real tall. But like from where they were sort of like watching up there, so now they're like all in sort of not full view of you, but visible openly to you. And yeah, like I actually have no idea how the gate on this map is supposed to work, but I imagine there's like a postern or something. Like you have to fucking swing the whole like wooden log structure up just to get stuff out. So he nods towards like a barred like postern gate and
yeah.
Or like whatever the like a gate in a door in a door, like the one they've got at
yeah.
Sort of thing. I think that's a postern, but that might be like specifically a door in a different part of the castle.
Leon's horse.
Anyway, yeah, so he nods towards it and says, "Well, if you're on your way."
Thank you very much.
Chris, do I know if there's a way, like if someone wanted to get in contact with the Resistance or join, is there like a calling card? Like what would you do?
It's my number.
This chaotic
you more or less have to try and express interest and hope they find you. They don't really, for like for obvious reasons, they don't really sort of have like a place. A place.
That's fair.
Come here, sign up. The YMCA. It's like their whole like thing is they have to be really hard to find. So it's like it's often a case of like you express enough interest and then someone like jumps you in an alley and puts a blindfold on you and you spins you around a bit and you find yourself meeting someone. As you're passing by here, the one that you guys have kind of got the impression of maybe is the boss, kind of calls out and says, "Hey, you guys are pretty well equipped there. Got more arms and armor than 4 people could rightly need. Oh, I guess Father 2 will check somewhere. 5 people could rightly
need." He doesn't have anything. What are you talking about?
You interested? He's got the axe. He gave me the axe.
Oh, yeah.
You interested in?
Here's the one magic item.
You're interested in divesting yourself of any of that weight? We can
look over
pay for good equipment.
Like Father Tubelcheck and kind of gesture towards the axe. Actually, I mean, it's not really going to be great use for him anyway. Does he give it to me?
Oh yeah, like if you like gesture like you want it, yeah, he hands it to you.
Yeah. Said, actually, yes. And I kind of extend that, like, hilt towards him, not the blade towards him. We found this axe down below, and it's actually magical in nature. You could find use of it against.
At this point, he comes over and checks out everything. He's kind of, because I think a couple of you have upgraded from different armors to plate mail, and I think Jacko at least still had his old half plate on his character sheet.
Yeah,
I think I left
and stuff and stuff. He's and Jacko's also carrying 3 spears and stuff, and it's so yeah, basically he comes over, he expresses an interest in getting his in buying anything you guys are not using.
Oh my! This armor has sentimental value to me, but yeah, the spears you can have. What's the value of a spear again? Like 2 silver or some shit.
Pretty, yeah.
Let me see.
He is actually offering. Well, I mean, depending on potential haggling, but he is offering to buy them at actual. Book price, not half book price, which is normally what you do.
Are martial weapons more expensive now in the world, or limited to buy? Could I go into a blacksmith and buy a great sword, or would I need to be?
Yes, but you're restricted on weight. No, you wouldn't need a license, but you wouldn't be allowed to carry it in a city.
Okay.
Spear's a single silver piece.
What about when I'm walking out of the city with it, Chris? You know what I'm going to do. It's like when you're not allowed to carry a knife in the UK. Well, what if I bought a new knife?
You wouldn't be allowed to buy it. Yeah, in a city you wouldn't be allowed to buy it. It would be considered illegal. You'd have to buy it in somewhere like a small town or something.
It's like to be blacksmith in the city.
So it's reasonable to think people like this might not be able to really buy weapons very much, especially if they're weird brigands or something.
Yeah. Even outside of towns, it might be just generally harder for certain. I mean, it depends. You don't know a lot about Spriggans. They might have you don't really know where these guys are from, if they've got a fucking Spriggan town or something with smiths and stuff. But yeah, look, as you kind of look over their gear with that eye, it does kind of look quite sort of old and repaired. It looks like they're sort of in a situation they got to make everything stretch it as far as it can go. Okay, so what are we interested in divesting to these people? Jackie, you want to get rid of the spears?
Yeah, 3 spears worth of 3 silver total.
3 silver, brilliant. But not the armor.
No, I'm keeping the armor. Wait, can I keep the armor with my bulk? Actually, fuck, you can only have 10. What's your maximum bulk? 14.
On how much. You're saying you probably even have less.
So I'm encumbered right now. Oops.
Oh boy.
Two Jack's been carrying the spears,
Yeah, then again, okay. I'll get rid of the half-blade. I'll say my goodbyes to it.
18 G's.
Do they have 18 gold on hand?
Not on him right now, but he actually doesn't go himself, and he gets one of his brigands. He disappears off into this tunnel, and is gone for 10 minutes or so, and comes back with a little footlocker. He might have been just gone around the corner and waited there to make you guys think it was further away. But yeah, he comes back with a little footlocker, and yeah, they count out the money. We're talking 18 G's on the.
A second, no, I might change my mind.
But obviously,
okay. I'll say to Bromok, hey Brom, we found some gold down there, didn't we? Something we promised to deal out amongst ourselves. All right. And in that case,
probably do that. Maybe not in front of this group.
Yeah. But in that case, I will.
What was
quickly.
The axe?
Sorry.
The axe's worth is 60 gold.
The axe? Oh yeah.
If it's a retribution axe, I think what it was, right? 60 GP.
Yeah, it is a retribution axe. Yeah, and I mean, that's a little bit of a conversation point, because of course, at first that's just a regular axe, and you demonstrate, not demonstrate physically the properties, but no, it's magical. Here's the certificate that came with it, I guess. One of them has the ability to confirm that, so you end up sort of dealing 10-15 minutes as the bona fides of the axe are established, but after that they're very keen and do offer to pay the full 60 for it.
And how hard would it be to get access to full plates in a town/city? I'm assuming it's pretty rare, right?
Not. Yeah, it's it's level 2 item. So, but beyond that, not particularly.
So it's not like weapons, where it's not. It doesn't raise suspicion.
It's not. there's no law against owning or wearing armor. But that's not to say it wouldn't necessarily like increase your chances of being randomly stopped and asked where you're going and why you're wearing so much armor.
Yeah, but as well wearing it. Okay, cool.
But like you're legally allowed to wear it. So.
In that case, I will actually sell the full plate and put on the half plate again.
You sell the full plate? All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
I meant to ask this before, but like...
Yeah.
The bombs. That would be a problem, right?
In cities? Probably.
Yeah.
But they don't know that bombs. They're just like vials of stuff, you know?
I think that's going to be much better.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it depends. If someone recognizes them as a weapon, then yes. If they just look, if they're just kind of with your healing potions or you just look like an alchemist walking around with stuff, then
I mean, I have
like, it's a depends situation.
And I kind of forgot to mention. I have like an oversized cloak on me, which is where the pockets are for the feet. Like quick grabbing feet. Just gotta grab into there, grab somewhere into the coat.
You're like a shady guy selling watches in New York.
That's way more suspicious than just having vials, having a shady cloak,
Oh yeah, but like everyone expects goblins to be going around with shady cloaks.
Yeah, that's true.
It just fits the stereotype.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to sell the full plate arm, selling the axe of retribution, and the 3 spears.
Yes.
That's the complete list? Okay. In that case, would someone like to roll diplomacy? Because there's obviously in the process they're on that price level, but there is like a bit of haggling. So if someone wants to roll diplomacy, we can see where the deal ends up falling. Or I guess where the best offer ends up falling. You don't obviously have to take it.
Let's see, my diplomacy is 8.
Mine's 5, so go for it.
Minus 2.
I'll try an 8, right?
Probably someone between Leon and Bromok. Yeah, actually, that's true. Bromok, if you want to roll to try and give Leon a +2.
Sure.
Well, it's +1 normally. If you crit succeed, it's a +2.
Okay. Oh, +1. Okay. That is not a crit success, so +1 on Leon's.
Oh,
hey,
nice.
How about that? Yeah, pretty good. Okay, you actually get it up. You get what's that? Critical? Yeah. You get 10% over.
Nice.
So like whatever the total value would have been, you can have like
for axe. Yeah.
Then +33, so 99 plus an extra 3, but you can't really round up. Wait, no, spears are silver, so 99 and like 3 silver.
Yeah, like
I
wouldn't bother figuring out like 10% on the.
No, just make it a big 100 GP for it all. Come on. Who wants to pay 99 90? We don't change.
Okay. Oh, if it comes out to 99.90, then
it's not like how does it work in shops.
99 like 4. Like...
Sure. If it's like 99 anything, you haggle out to 100, and they just pay you like 100 gold coins for it all.
Yeah, and Bromok, as I see you eye the selling of the full play, I'll be like, as once belonged to a Knight of Rovagog, just leaves a bad taste on my skin. I'll get a decent set somewhere else.
So yeah, I think as we I'm guessing head out now after kind of our business is finished here to get on the road again.
Sure. Then you guys you head out through the gate and. Yeah, you glancing back over your shoulders, you see them, still watching you. The overall vibe you get is of like the mine. It definitely doesn't seem like they're like running a mine or anything there. It's definitely like an old abandoned mine that they're using as a kind of bit of a lair or den or whatever. There was no evidence that they were actively doing any mining or that just looking around, everything's kind of all over the place on its side, rocks on the tracks and stuff. It's clearly no one's done any mining here in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys move on.
I'm going to quickly get a drink contact.
Well, the maps takes long to load. But it's loaded before. There we go. Whoa, am we even getting to know what hex we're in? Great. Maybe. We assume we're in that hex.
You're in one of those 2 mountain hexes.
Yeah.
We're in the mountains.
We could have made our way all the way over to the dwarf mountains.
Actually, now you bring it up in, I think it actually does make more sense if you're in the other one. 2.5
We teleport.
So here's the question of the day, by the way. When we're splitting the loot, from all these things, are we going to 4 or 5?
I bet if we offer the father, he'll say no, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, he wouldn't mind like a bit of walking around money, but he certainly doesn't need like a heap of the treasure. He's a bit.
Yeah, I'll actually like say to him like, Father, I'm sure you understand, and I'm sure you have figured out at this point that we're part of the resistance. This money will be of good use to us, and will do good in the world.
It makes it pretty easy then. If we just give him like 13 gold.
13 gold?
Basically, which is a fair amount of walking around money.
Oh, he gets
13
gold.
But it makes it a really even number for us.
Dude, that's a lot of fucking walking around money.
Wait, what's the even number for us?
So it'd be, again, in a second. So it'd be 200 gold split between the 4 of us.
No, wait, did we got 200 gold?
Well,
okay, so we
the
had
loots.
the 100 from all the gear, plus 88 GP from the room, 173 silver pieces and 770 copper pieces all together.
Sure.
Was 213, basically.
Okay, so we got 50 each?
Yeah.
Nice, I added
7. The equivalent of 50 and...
Yeah, I like 40 and then like a mixture of silver and stuff.
Again, it'd be pretty heavy because there's 770 fucking copper between us, so just know that there's a lot.
If I were to check you carry the copper, we give him 13 gold only in copper and silver.
We could actually. That would be that'd be very possible.
Money. You don't need to walk around with gold.
Jingle. But yeah, okay. As he gave him the money, he asked, well, it had crossed my mind your association. So I guess my question is, what now? You've succeeded in your rescue, it would seem, as me as well, for which I'm very grateful. But what would you do now? What should I do now? Am I your prisoner? Should I come with you?
You can do what you like. Me and Zom's mission was to bring these two. We have a meeting place partway to Dunslow. We're meant to meet a contact there. I kind of shrug, like if you want to follow it, I don't mind, but no need.
He looks around. I might just until we're back at civilization, at least.
Sure, we'll be to the road.
I'm not sure I could find my way anywhere from here.
I kind of look around the blank mountains and kind of shrug. And I was like, me neither.
We'll be glad to have you, Father. On that topic, let me just take a moment and say how thankful I am for Beck and Zoms, for you guys to come such a long way and rescue us. It's
of course.
A dangerous mission you signed up for.
Kind of shrug, it's like it's our job.
Oh, but you couldn't have expected it to be this much of a risk.
I kind of think about it as like, I actually thought it'd be worse, I think.
Different kind of worse. Lot more, down things.
We were told it might take weeks to get out of the mountain.
Well, anyway, Sam, thank you for it. Same to you, Brom. Your cool mind prevailed once again. And Father, we wouldn't have made it without your you stitching us up.
What's that supposed? Oh, you mean in a good way?
Yeah, you're very funny, Father.
Can I turn to Bromlock and I'm like, you're an experienced traveler, yeah? Do you think you can take us back to the road from here?
I assume. And I guess I roll for it because that's what we do now.
Yeah, I mean, you got like a reasonable idea. You you sort of look at the position of the sun and know the time of day, and you're like vaguely familiar with some of the mountains near Lee Keep, so you get a good idea of where you are. And kind of, you are still in the mountains, but it's sort of in a sort of flatter, sort of woody, like in the lower slopes. And like as you kind of look out from your position, it's hard because there's woods and stuff around terrain, but you do, knowing where to look for it, Bromlock, like make out the wide serpentine fall of the river, like that flows through Lee Keep, snaking its way across the landscape, and like so that helps you orient yourself.
So my right in saying it takes us 3 days now to go over a mountain, but it's like 3 travel activities or whatever, and we get one a day.
Yeah, but what's relevant is the hex you're moving into. So from here you can move into.
Oh, it's any hex.
By the way, so I just figured out that like if we do give him nothing but all the copper and then the silver, it works out great for us because then it's 47 gold pieces and 30 silver pieces each.
Sure, I can do that. 47 and 30 silver.
Wait, 47 and 30. Okay.
47 gold and 30 silver each. So.
Poor old man's back is gonna be broken.
Carrying hundreds of copies.
Yeah, basically he has a big old bag of
I mean, he doesn't have the axe to carry anymore, you know, so it's fine.
Yeah. He has 770 copper and 53 silver.
Got a new weapon to swing, just like a bag full of coins.
Right.
Yeah, basically.
Alright, lead the
improvised weaponry.
Lead the way.
Okay, so what's the roll I'm making again? Just survival check.
Well, okay, so here's the deal. Here's the dealio. Is if you want to cross the river, you need to find a crossing point.
Right.
If you want to find a crossing point, then you obviously have one option would be just to follow the course of the river, in which case you'd naturally find the first crossing point you came across. But if you want to be like, is there anywhere to cross here, then you would need to reconnoiter the hex that you're in to like try and find a place to cross the river. If you do that in mountain hex, it's going to take a lot longer to reconnoiter because it's a lot harder to search around
so
here.
We're going to want to go north.
It might make more sense to move one hex out of the mountains first and then cross the river.
So I make that observation.
Yeah, in that case, you need to make a survival check.
This is plains, right?
Farmland's
the more greenish one.
Yeah, farmland is the one that's almost always along the road, and sometimes elsewhere, but more strictly along the roads.
And there's going to be a lot of crit successes considering the DT of these things.
But wait,
yeah,
so
that makes the next one easier. So like eventually you just get to the point where like your first crit success will make a guaranteed chain of crit successes, and then we just don't have to roll.
Makes sense.
Great.
But you know, and
as we travel the day onwards, I shall get one of these. What are we doing?
It's random encounter time.
And
the macros.
Because we just leveled, 100% chance we're gonna get a random encounter, right?
Of course.
100% chance we'll get wiped because it'll be like, the little free now, they can handle it. It's gonna be like, no!
Yeah, it's like, well, level 3 / you have all your new magic custom gear.
Yeah.
Magic gear. You have magic gear.
We all got one custom magic
gear.
Oh,
yeah, that's thing. Yeah. That's true.
Nothing at all.
Oh,
good shit, because I have done my daily prep.
I hope they have one which is a nothing at all. It's actually a something, but it's just hidden as a nothing at all.
That would be amazing.
Like missing
nothing at all in the night. You know? Yeah. We just like use all our random shit at night and whatever.
Okay, so you guys make your way down from out of the foothills and sort of begin angling towards a big sort of loop in the flat area of the river, looking for a to start looking for a crossing point. But obviously today, most of what you're doing is getting out of the mountains. So you get down here, and I mean, actually, like, just double confirm. There's no reason you guys have. No, you need 30 feet to get to travel activities. Okay, yeah, same as it was in my last one. Cool. So yeah, you guys spend most of the day moving down, and I guess end with looking for a place to spend the evening before you spend the next day looking for identifying if there even is somewhere to cross.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we could map the area, right?
Let's determine.
You have to map the area after you've already reconed it or whatever.
I thought we already did that. Right? Oh no, we sort of.
No, we just
in. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we'll recon to it, and it's like takes a whole another day, I think.
But the usefully map a hex as an individual activity and reconnoiter as a whole. So like the whole group has to reconnoiter, but then once that's reconnoitered, like one person could fortify the camp, or one person maps the area, or one person does like an exploration activity or a skill action. So it's like some of them are traveling. Yeah, exactly. So traveling or reconnoitering are the ones that have to be done the entire group, and if you decide to do instead individual activities for that day, then you've got more individual.
Yeah, if you need to like rest up in some place. Yeah.
So
whenever we get around our counter, we're immediately going to make it extreme right and wipe to it. That's the plan, yeah. So immediately, just everyone chucking that hero point. Go die.
Speaking of resting, would everyone like to double check that their assigned role on the at the moment it is Bromok on camouflage, Zombs on cooking.
Oh yeah. I'm always on cooking.
And religion, sensing, and Beck on scouting.
Yeah.
I don't really have much else.
And someone probably wants to subsist to I don't know. You guys can do what you like.
Beck, can I swap things with you? Zombs, can I keep the first watch instead of
yeah, sure.
Oh wait, not
we have to level up our skill stuff here because it might be different now.
Oh, yeah. Well, everything goes up at least one, right? Because we level.
Yep.
Let me find the thing. Let me open that thing.
No, Chris, is there a way to copy and paste like the entire line into the line below, like to change like Zombs and Becks over? I don't use.
Control C.
That made everything. That made everything Zombs. So I made it all Zombs.
But all you'd have to change is the watch 1 to watch 3, and
yeah, but then it's out of order in the list, and
But again, you just go into column B and you change where it says 1 to 2.
Yeah, I did it anyway, manually. Even easier.
And then perception is now 8 instead.
Do you guys have rations, by the way? I can't remember what the situation was on that.
I still have a few.
Yeah, we probably do want someone to subsist.
2 weeks worth.
You should be hunting.
I mean, my survival is not actually that great. It's only +6.
Pretty good. Not bad, not bad. I mean, I guess I could do it instead of scouting. What's the scouting again?
Search general area for anything of interest.
Or even worse, it's survival. Well, actually,
Scout lets you find spooky tombs with death.
Oh yeah, I like that. I want to scout.
I guess
we don't need to.
Yeah, I have a bad taste in my mouth about scouting. That's why I haven't done it yet for my character. Got us killed.
How's your survival, Leon?
Well, you got
bad.
Someone's gonna have to subsist if we don't. I don't know if everyone has rations or not. That's the thing.
Right. I still have.
I think subsist.
2 more weeks of rations.
Yeah, but also it says it provides a degree of comfort. That's kind of
2 weeks. What?
I don't know. I think subsist is more.
They sell rations in weeks
in
Pathfinder instead of days.
I think it's more useful than both camouflage and scouting. I did not sure it's more useful than scouting or camouflage. How much is reduced advance to shout out in Chris? We get to know how much.
By 1 step on a d20.
Okay.
I guess if we don't want to worry about that, I can subsist instead.
I think it's more important right now.
I mean, I'm just sensing magic right now.
Then you 0.
Oh, sorry? You're just sense. Oh yeah. I
think it's I'm sensing magic because it's the most fun. I think, but a good scout doesn't really matter.
Important work to do.
I could scout. I have a +5 perception.
How about you stealth though?
What is everyone's survival right now?
+6.
0.
And then Beck, your scout is +8.
Yeah.
That's perception, right? That's the same for me. So yeah, we basically are the exact same. Whether one of us has subsist.
But you made more sense subsist. Would you like a range?
Sure.
It's thematically in my head. I don't think I'd be hunting. I don't have a bow. Imagine how hard it's to hunt.
You're literally chasing something with a great sword.
It's like killing birds out the sky.
Exactly. I love that visually. It's great.
You just gotta go and. You just go and find. You have to hunt animals. You go find some plants to eat or whatever. Nice salad.
Plants with a great sword.
Leon, what's your stealth?
0.
Okay, I have a +5 to stealth somehow. I don't know how. It's just from being chained in it. So I guess
why would you? Well, if we're gonna do that, you do survival. I'll do stealth because we have the same survival. I have a higher stealth.
Yeah, I'll do stealth. Wait. Yeah, but I wouldn't be survived. Okay, fine. I'm running a Diz, Chris. I'm a few dead mushrooms. I'm just running down Diz, okay? You know how humans used to enjoy in hunts? That's what I'm doing.
Do you rage while doing this?
Only if I get really big. Okay, so yeah, we have. No, Leon, can you scout now then?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I guess like it's not that important if you really Alpha Sense magic.
Out instead.
It just seems like there's not gonna be magic around here. I'm in the middle of fucking.
Search the general area for anything of interest.
That sounds kind of like what Sense magic is anyway. Just like the more.
If my Wi-Fi is just for a second.
All right, should we all roll inquest while we wait for Jack to decide?
Roll mine, because then I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. I'm just waiting for my internet to stop shitting a bit.
So camouflaged. What am I doing against survival? 20. Oh, food. But I don't even know if it gives us enough food. Because I think like the reason we had so much before was like the feed thread. Like subsist, here we go. This is like a normal success, I imagine.
So you went to a people probably?
If you subsist after doing 8 hours of less exploration, you take a -5 penalty. Did not know that. You know this? If you've had a day of traveling, you have like a -5 subsist checks. So is it 15 a success? Dude, it's gonna be hard for me to succeed then. Holy shit! But even if I do a 15, that only gives me enough food for myself. So I don't really know how we're gonna do this because like
we should just get to a town very fast.
Without consuming rations. So have you like made a new rule where it's plenty for everyone, Chris, or you just like wrote that?
Let me see.
Because the reason I can do for like everyone was just
I assume it's like a trained action.
No, subsist is an untrained
action. It's the feat, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a feat that made do so much for everyone. Like otherwise, even if I crit success, I can only do one other person.
But so me and Brom have rations. Do you guys not have?
I have rations, yeah. But...
Yeah, we're relatively close to towns. I think we'll.
I guess so.
Like a week's worth at least.
Alright. Yeah, I can't remember how many rations I've left. It says 2 weeks, but I definitely need some.
2 weeks worth.
But we must eat some in the mine, right?
Yeah.
I assume so.
Yeah, like I think 3 days total.
Yeah.
Now we ate all the friendly fish and octopus and stuff.
Yeah, the very friendly ones. Those very simple.
Well, I guess today I get enough food for myself, but not. Sorry, guys. I just cut that head off the rabbit, and there wasn't much of it left afterwards. Just a little bit. a little bit mangled up.
Could have made a beautiful stew.
Right.
Yeah, you actually like chopped into 3 pieces, like as it jumped through the air, and
man, forage is really good, huh?
Yeah.
If you actually need it, but we'll just wait by passions. It's fine.
Right.
Otherwise, everybody would do it.
You're enough for now, anyway. Well, someone has like 2 weeks worth of rations, right? It says 14 users.
Yeah, well, I think we all have like 2 weeks worth.
So covering people for now.
One of one.
And the night is uneventful. Ooh, is that a high enough DC for us to get the beautiful steak? What are you making tonight, Zoms?
I don't know.
You're mixing all our rations and like mixing all the rations into a bowl.
He's using all of our month's worth of rations in like one meal.
Just rations like coated with like alchemist fire, so it tastes spicy and like ooh, this would be good stuff.
Yeah, that is some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild logic there. I love it.
Yeah, also like
really played the game.
Take any things, play a little tune in a pot, and hey presto.
Hey presto.
Exactly.
Okay, and let's see how the evening passes.
Nothing at all.
Plane's resting.
Nothing
at all.
Nothing at all.
It's I can't even see like a roll or anything. It's rolling equals nothing at all.
Nothing at all. No, I like when you like
you know immediately. There's no that like, wait, are we in a 15 plus or like 17 plus?
Do you have it listed anywhere like the rules for like what the DCs are for these checks?
I still remember the fucking Strud one. Strud was in the night. It was 15 plus.
No, it's variable. It's mostly terrain based. Cookery is based on the level of the party. But yeah, it's a dependent thing.
Cool. Okay, nice.
Great system.
Reddit night goes easy as peasy, huh?
Easy as
yeah. Night passes. The night passes, calmly and uneventfully. And no one's injured, but so Father Tubelcheck's treating of injuries isn't necessary or whatever. And yeah, so then the morning comes around, and the decision is going to reconnoiter to try and find a crossing point.
Oh wait, as part of my daily preparations as a champion, something new happens.
Oh my god! No. What is this?
Alright, so I do my ritual where I sit down and like frown angrily at my spear, but then all of a sudden you see Leon look at the point of his spear at the end, and an ethereal rohawk sits on top of it.
Whoa.
And after a few moments, it flies into the spear.
What? Wasn't sure if he said hawk or hog.
A flying hog.
Well, when pigs fly.
Exactly. Okay. So yeah, you got like a spirit hawk that goes in your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of found
pretty
that,
nice.
like, as I'm like, sharpening my sword. It's like just had a found. Like,
at least it's not a spirit cock. That would have been worse.
Frown back at you. That's new.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that the Divine Ally thing?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Got a hawk.
No, I'm not sure about my goddess. I'm not even completely sure that they are one.
So you chose Blade Ally, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Nice.
Father Tubelcheck says, you have grown in power, Leon. Your god has seen fit to grant you additional boons for your work in those mines, it would seem. Is this some spirit related to your deity? I'm afraid I don't recognize your holy symbol.
I believe so. I still feel its power. I believe it's an ally of whatever being deemed to give me power.
Blessed you are indeed, then. No doubt it will be stalwart and useful and save your life on many occasions.
Well, we'll see about that. I didn't mean to rub anything in, Father. I'm sure you're still tormented about your past.
I made peace with the fate of Incendius and his followers years ago. It warms my heart to see anyone else continuing in the progress of their spiritual journey, even if mine is now stunted.
Right. Now take this perspective and let it not throw away your life so casually as you did before.
It's the only button I have on my character.
Please, Father, I need you to live.
I have one purpose in life. Let me do this.
Any of you gets crit, he's so ready.
Yeah. By the way, I love how like you're the only person who has like at least in my knowledge, the only person who's like a thing really happened with level 3, because everyone else it's like, how do you notice that I now have toughness and an iron will?
Like, oh, Brom, your skin suddenly looks so much thicker than it used to.
Just meaner,
Yeah, basically, yeah. I look like I've hardened my resolve.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Previously, you looked a bit like more timid, and now you look like a bouncer outside a nightclub. You're just like,
like when I saw those weird gnomes,
like level 3 happened, and now I have a little bit of facial hair, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's exactly why I read that, and I was like, I kind of want to do something with that.
That's much cooler. Honestly, I like it.
We want to look about today. Have a bit of a hunty doozy, see what exists in this hex. Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, most of your searching is confined to like the river, because what you're really looking for is a way to cross. But you do, strictly speaking, get to uncover all of the non-hidden features and so on that exist in this hex. So it's like there's an area of hilly terrain that has a like a small hamlet kind of at its core. Actually, you don't necessarily go into it, but like you spot this as you're kind of looking around. You like climb a hill and see sort of nestled in between like 3 or 4 hills and kind of like the focal point of all these valleys. There's a group of like 15 to 20 buildings, and you can like see smoke coming from some of the chimneys and people going. You see people even going about their business. It looks like humans. I mean, you see humans. Doesn't necessarily mean everyone's humans, but it's not like a goblin settlement or gnome settlement or anything specific like that. You see people about.
Do you think when you come upon like a gnome settlement, right, because they're so short, really good, that you think you're closer than you are, or farther away than you are? Like it plays tricks on your mind with perspective.
You walk into one of their houses, like, oh shit.
My mind is throwing a card, memory from a long time ago. It was I think it was a campaign with you, Josh, and Cole, but I can't remember. It might have been Diet Machines, but it might not have been Cole. I just remember there being like a village. I can't remember what they were, but I remember drawing on the map. Everyone basically lived in like hobbit houses, so it's a big round things with dynamic lighting. And I just like, oh, what were they? I remember there being a big fight there. I just remember you guys basically going ham and murdering a village full of people or something, or like getting into.
Still something much like a fight.
Where were you?
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I know what this. Oh no, I think it was one of the Chris marches actually. No, it wasn't. You probably were in a session, but was there like? No, actually, no, it wasn't Chris. Okay, I've just got to mix up something else. I remember the Chris Marcher session with a halfling village, and there was a dragon that lived under it, and that was all fun.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
that was vaguely. But no, it was something else. Like there wasn't actually a village massacre. Anyway, no massacre.
Anyway, Chris, I'm trying to make us massacre this village, you bastards.
No, you notice that the hamlet's there, but otherwise, yeah, you're searching, you recognize you're in a hex, and it's like together. That's a short while after lunch when you keep searching, you get a new view on like a new stretch of river as you come over a small like crest, and yeah, there's a you see an ancient looking jetty extending out some like 30 or 40 feet into the river. There's a small raft ferry tied up on it, and on the bank next to the foot of the jetty is a cottage, like quite a small cottage. Looks like probably got 1 room or 2 room little bungalow.
I'll turn to back and be like, how long do you reckon we'll be on the road for?
It should just be. Well, the meeting place will then be between Leakeep and Dunzo. That once we make the actual road, it'll only take a day or 2, but I don't know how long it'll take to cross the plains in between. I would think we would.
I also want to avoid the crossroads if at all possible.
Right, we got some history.
We'll probably be recognized there.
Yeah, good idea, Brom. But then in that case, we might be a little short on food. I personally only have like a week's worth left. Should we head into the village, trade for some food, perhaps?
Good idea.
Yeah, maybe only one of us should go in though. For heavily armed people might.
Trust too much attention. Yeah, it'd be nice to get some other food and rations.
Right.
I don't mind rations, but
can add in if you want.
Other food.
Used to see some new faces.
Or probably the most diplomatic amongst the crew.
Years of experience, friend.
Okay, so you want to go into town, Leon?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to buy like an extra 4 weeks worth of rations, so that everybody has an extra week. Oh, I guess 2 will check. Fuck, I'll do 5. And I'll also use this opportunity to try and maybe get a little bit lay of the land, see if there's been trouble in the area, stuff like that.
Gather information.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Give me diplomacy then to kind of encompass how the trip goes.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, wow, you're fucking nailing these. Okay, so yeah, like it's not really a village. It's when I say hamlet, like it is sort of 15 or 20 buildings. So it's like it's a small community that doesn't really have like a general store and like there is a blacksmith and stuff, but like you end up just basically doing business with the first person you come across who like immediately recognizes you as not from a stranger, traveler, welcome and comes in, and they're sort of like they politely kind of inquire about what you're up to, but sort of like push for details. There's sort of when you're buying so much food, there's kind of like a moment where that they know that like you're clearly buying for a larger party of people, that isn't here right now. But like they they respect your privacy and don't push you hard on it, or there's like a bit of an inquiry about a lot of food for one man and stuff like that, but no one really forces answers out.
Yeah. I mean, I think if it's obvious, right, that it's for a party, they're probably almost grateful, because it's like, oh yeah, you didn't come in. We noticed you yourself are fairly heavily armed and armored. Bringing in 5 people like that would probably be pretty frightening for a group this small.
Maybe they think I'm the scout of a larger army.
Could be.
Maybe they wanted the experience from kicking all your asses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you inquire about what's gone on. Yeah, they mention in passing that there was a they mentioned, they just have a dawn patrol. A dawn unit came through yesterday looking for any strangers who might have been about. Then they didn't. He says they didn't offer any description, just asked if anyone had seen strangers, and they answered truthfully at the time and said no, we hadn't seen anyone. So yeah, that's about all that's sort of happened recently. He only mentioned it because they don't really see very many Dawn officers around here. They come when they have a reason, but otherwise.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and keep the conversation friendly but short.
Sure. Yeah. You just you buy enough. You go to the baker and the butcher, and together you just sort of pick up enough bits and bobs to be 4 weeks. Was 5 weeks worth of rations for the
yeah, 5 total. How much is rations are pretty expensive. Yeah, now that I no longer have my full plate.
5 weeks.
Yeah, and I'll
1 week each. No, 5 weeks for all of us. 1 week each, Tom.
Cool. Yeah, I mean that made more sense to me.
We're all going to be on the road for a long time.
Sorry.
Okay, cool. So everyone has a week's ration now, so we don't need to worry about subsisting or worrying about that until 7 days have passed, at least.
Oh wait, 1 week rations only light bulk? Crazy, that's so many.
Yeah.
So
how can you carry enough food for a week?
It's insane. You could literally take. I think I could take 100 weeks worth of rations without being encumbered. It makes no sense.
You could live for 2 years on this. Oh well, I'm carrying in these shopping bags.
Only one trip.
Yeah, and then that's, I guess you do that at the point where you see the hamlets, and then later on you find the cottage by the jetty with the ferry.
I'm really picturing the jetty in Lord of the Rings again.
Oh, the one it's a bit bigger.
I don't know the word jetty, so I thought you were mispronouncing the word yeti at first.
Yeti?
like a 30 feet yeti, what the fuck?
J's all wise, yeah.
Okay, but it's like a...
It's like this in Lord of the Rings.
Bucklebrook Bridge or whatever.
Buckleberry Ferry, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a pier built out, somewhere into the river.
With the ropes and stuff.
The raft itself is 15 feet by 20 feet and made of logs strapped together. So it's a fair size, but it is basically just a raft. It doesn't really have a hull or anything more than that. It's just floating by being made of wood.
Does it have a big stick that looks like that's how you would get across, or propelling yourself?
Yeah, there's a big stick on the jetty somewhere, like a long pole.
Yeah,
at least
yeah. I guess as we see it, I guess that's where we cross, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, would this crossing point out of interest take us to the hex to the north or the northeast?
To the northeast.
Good.
Oh, nice. Alright, let's see if it's free of charge or there's payment required. I'll knock on the cottage door.
Okay, yeah, you go up and knock. There's a small flurry of activity from inside. Someone who was doing something and wasn't expecting a knock at the door. You don't hear anything break, but you hear the sound of something being put down in a hurry. 30 seconds later, the door opens, and only slightly breathless, old halfling woman looks up at you, and says, "Yes."
Hi there, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Liam. My group here is looking to make use of the ferry over here to get across. How much would that cost us?
I thought you might. Well, normally it would be 2 silver a head, but I have to warn you that I'm not actually making the crossing at the moment. It's a little dangerous. Some local wildlife is making everyone's life a bit of a misery, to be honest. There's
I look at the river. It seems pretty calm, right?
Yeah, it does. She says, yes, it looks calm enough, but there's a pack of vicious mud wretches out there lurking below the surface somewhere, making havoc for anyone who tries to cross one way or another, or even get near the jetty at some points.
Mud
your eye the jetty is like 20 feet away from you.
Well then, how about a trade then? We get rid of this problem for you. I mean, passage should always be safe. And in return we make use of the ferry for free. How does that sound?
She kind of squints you up and down. Well, you're armed enough, but are you really that capable? Mud wretches aren't, they aren't nothing.
Can I recon knowledge?
like they're about 50 feet long each. And like, the way big over.
Yes.
It does sound
you may. Let me see what I'm rolling and then roll it for you.
Yeah, you should.
Fucking. Your mum's a mud wretch.
Character sheet's taking their sweet fucking time on this internet. Right. Who leaves it on their inventory? What a bastard.
People that have to do stuff on their inventory.
Crazy, man.
Actually, it rings pretty. Now, when she talks about them a little bit, it rings a bell to you. Mud wretches are a type of elemental. Really a class of water elemental, if anything, or possibly earth elemental. Hard to be sure. They got kind of affinity with both. They're basically made of mud, vaguely humanoid when they sort of assemble themselves in that form, but because they're spirits, they can kind of, reshape their body does not have like internal structure and skeleton and stuff. They can like disguise themselves as a pile of mud lying there on the ground until, you come along and then they rear up and mess you up. You know that they are, well, they're not like strictly evil. Like most elementals, they're typically neutral and, do whatever, if they're aggressive, it's because, or helpful, it's just simply because they felt like being that way at that time. And it, what else do you know about them? They are, they're susceptible to being dehydrated. If they take, actually, this is a bunch of different effects. But like one of them would be, for example, spend more than 24 hours outside without a sufficient source of hydration. They become dehydrated and then like lose some of their power and are weak and stuff, and less capable until they're wet again. Otherwise, that's just a kind of element.
Okay. And like danger-wise, how high are they on the scale? Danger-wise, like say from 1 to 20.
It goes from 1/4.
1 to 20.
1
I think that's 1/8. No, actually, no. Here it goes -2, -0 actually. But
it's a different system. Yeah.
I believe actually maybe it was -2. I guess strictly speaking, if you weaken the -1 creature would become -2. But yeah, I don't know. On similar, look, I mean, tougher than like the little squid and stuff that you found in that pool down there, but like on par with the say on par with the Spriggans that you didn't end up fighting, or just like a reasonably they would definitely be a danger to like just a civilian
water goblin that attacked us or something.
They would, like a civilian non-combatant human just coming along would be in real danger of just being killed if one of these attacked.
Yeah.
It's not like a harmless kind of thing. But like it's not, they're not sort of like really feral, dangerous things from, stories that people, boogeyman or ghosts or whatever.
Okay. If she asks if we're ready, I'll be like, well, I suppose it wouldn't be fair to answer for everyone, so I'll turn around to the group and be like, I mean, they're mud creatures, but they're not from around here, they're elemental or something. Yeah. We could beat them back. I think, at least. We're a mighty group.
Kind of frown and like, I never fought elemental, do they? Can I hurt them with my normal weapon?
Yeah, no, they're mostly the same. It just means they're weird.
I shrugged and I was like, I don't care if they're weird.
Would I know if they get hurt by like fucking what's this firelight?
You know, Leon, you know that they're a little bit resistant, not massively, but a little bit resistant to physical damage that isn't bludgeoning, like slashing and piercing. It's like they take a bit from it.
Oh yeah, I mean
we have yet to fight an enemy that's not resistant. It feels like the piercing. It's fucking annoying.
As far as anything else goes, yeah, you don't know. You know they're weak to fire and don't have any resistance against lightning.
We got this, boys.
I guess I'll say they're made out of mud, so their skin is a little bit tougher than usual, but they catch fire pretty quick. So
I kind of shrug. It's like should be no
fire.
Alright, but you know they're not evil by nature, so let's not like burn them alive unless we absolutely need to. All right, we can maybe parlay. That could be a valid reason they're here.
Well, it depends on how alive elemental creatures even are, you know? I don't know.
I mean, the fact that they stalk these parts, attacking innocents, it's not a good sign. But
yeah, I kind of shrug, like, we can talk first if you like.
It depends on how they react to seeing our group, I suppose. But alright, okay, I'll turn back to the lady and be like, yeah, I suppose that means, yeah, we'll go right ahead and try and solve this issue of yours. It'll be a pleasure.
Give me diplomacy, Jacko, since you're doing so well on those.
You just want me to fail, don't you?
It wasn't are you. The question was, are you capable? And you got to convince her. She's not asking your opinion. Yeah. Look at that. Leon never fails to please.
My winning smile, you know.
Yeah, she says, well, all right, you look armed and ready enough.
You've been in the military then?
With you. Right, well, I just need to get a couple of things. You wait here a moment?
Oh, you're planning to come with us? This might be risky. I mean, I'm sure we can...
Well, yes, it's my ferry, you see. If you took it with you, I'd never get it back.
Oh. Well...
Yeah, that's a good point, you know.
Of course that makes sense. I'd imagined you swimming past it once it was safe, but... I suppose that's important to you. Alright, we'll try and protect you.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you might be offering to bring it back afterwards, but how do I know once you're across the river you'd ever do such a thing? No, I have to come with.
These are strange
I don't trust any of you. While I might trust you to fight mud elementals, I'm not sure I trust you to navigate the river safely. It can be a little treacherous. You need to know where the bottom is at all places. Otherwise, you'll get out of your depth. It's much deeper than the pole in a lot of the breadth of it.
All right. Well, in that case, we welcome your help.
Be
perfectly honest, my swimming days are long past me.
The river looks pretty calm, right?
The woman?
The cabin there.
Okay, we back, son. That was some lag.
I went dead for a moment.
Okay. Sorry, I missed Ian said like the woman looks calm, right?
No, the river.
Oh, the river looks
calm. No, it's a little fast, but not like rapid, and it's about 150 feet across.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could do it if I had to. Swiftly swim
in full plate.
Sample swim test. Expert swiftly flowing river. I'm an expert. Yeah, I'm trained in swim fighting underwater in my armor.
Oh yeah.
No problem.
He's so fucking ready.
Yeah, I love finding all these water creatures. It's great. I'm gonna dive off the ferry as soon as we see one.
Where's my old lady halfling? Ah, this'll do.
Yeah.
Okay. So like she goes and gets like she was just kind of very, casually basically dressing down. So she goes and gets like some warmer clothes on and stuff, leaving you guys waiting around outside the house for a minute.
I'll kind of go near the jetty, but you mentioned like they want to go near. It's like I'll just like go near and have like a look around, see if I can see anything.
Okay, tell you what. Imagine for a second that there was a map.
Just close your eyes, Ian, and imagine. Oh, by the way, Chris, real quick, like retroactively.
What the fuck is that? At the cottage.
At the cottage. Yeah.
But Chris, when I was in the little village or the little hamlets, I didn't see like a blacksmith, right? That's too. No, I don't know what I'm saying.
Not like an armor smith.
Yeah,
there definitely was like a smith for like farm instruments and stuff.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I'll just commission some full play.
Dude, if you're legendary in swimming, you can swim in a waterfall, which I think means up it, which is pretty cool.
What the fuck? You can be a Gyarados?
Why have I ever apparently...
What's wrong with her arms?
They're a little wiggly.
It's like an inflatable tube.
So wacky waving.
They were attacked and his arm's been broken in 3 places.
How's she gonna maneuver the thingy then?
Oh, well, that's why the hands are like this from all the years of use.
Yeah.
It's all in the wrists. Ooh.
Chris, can I use the hammer that I have as a light mace? Does that work?
Talk about this.
No. Okay.
Light mace, not that light.
But you said I can deal like I said I could deal D3, I think, is what I said.
That's right. Light hammer.
Okay.
Oh, wait, make switch.
How it is.
D3. I'm gonna have.
Yeah. Back. Roll 20. I'm not sure if my laptop making it slow or if it's the internet making it slow, or if we mix of both. But you got, okay, yes, delete that token, use this token, save, and lastly, Zoms. Zoms. We go here, bioinfo, edit, delete that token, yes. Select this functional one. Use selected token. Bob's your uncle. Okay, cool. Now I can close this. Copy file the tool check. Come over to the encounter map. Put Father Tubal check in here. Put Zoms in here. Put Ronok in here. Put Leon in here. There we go. Great. So she's totally inside right now. Actually, cool. Jack noted. So you wanted to go like check out over there. She's like still inside somewhere.
So you're looking into the water, you know.
Okay. Yeah, give me a perception check as you like sort of peering into it. Nothing immediately leaps out and attacks you, but
nothing immediate.
Where are you looking, by the way? Sorry, I missed that.
Just like at the end of the jetty, I'm just kind of peering into the water, see if it looks like there's anything weird.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, you don't really see. You see like some fish.
Yeah.
But you don't see like mysterious dark shapes lurking down, ready to yeet, fuck everyone up.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like bored while I wait for it. I'll even like kind of sit on the edge and kind of with my feet dangling off, and just kind of like look around as I wait for it to get ready.
Okay, yeah. It's only like 5 or so minutes before she comes back out. You know, ready to go. Makes her way up the jetty. I assume everyone's coming. Like she like picks up the pole, steps on. Everyone positions themselves as they would like to be.
Gotta have one person in each corner so the weight seems release fit. Get back there, power two check.
Yeah, back your
power two check definitely weigh in much and back in Leon. No question.
Yeah, we're definitely front heavy right now, guys.
Just a little.
Me and the father could.
Zon should probably go here.
What me and the father swap? I mean, but then we're gonna capsize to the left, right? It's like this.
Yeah. It'll be perfectly balanced. There we go.
If a ship had to be that bad at being a boat.
Yeah, I mean, actually, like, you know, if it's with actual logs, like, we're never gonna be heavy enough to make something this big actually fall over. Like, it's pretty fucking big.
I know, I'm pretty thick.
Nah, I'm sick. Get the.
So I like do this, and then I'm like, I want to think, how can I create the illusion of moving forwards? What if our genius
like move them back?
This is a weird.
The jetty is actually part of the boat, guys.
No, I gotta. Alright, okay, let's just. Why would I not? There we go. That's what I want to do. It's probably going to move down off the top of the screen now, but whatever. I can just. There we go.
Oh my god!
Apologies.
The magic of animation in front of our very eyes.
Yeah.
Frame by frame. Okay, yeah. So you guys, push off and make it exactly this far because that's as far as I can.
That's what happened when you did.
Exactly. Make it precisely this.
I got like both hands, like basically. I'm fucking Betty. I'm not just
sure. Everyone's like on edge, staring around. Okay. In that case, you all roll initiative with perception.
I've got my shield raised.
Time and what you see and stuff based on what they end up getting and stuff.
Right? Yeah.
They will be stealth, yeah.
2%.
Feels bad, man, when you roll lower than 10s.
Oh yeah, always bad. Yeah.
Ben, nicely together as well.
Why is this?
Yeah, we did need the father to project here at 17.
I think it also always has 0, right?
Gesundheit?
Chris, roll the 17 for.
I think he's always at 0.
Oh, he is? Okay. The high.
Why is it?
I thought that you booked always for to roll the first time.
No, I just always left 0. Non-combatant sort of thing.
He's a lair creature.
Why?
Nice. I'm gonna ask you to straight up roll at 17. I can just feel it.
Wait, why is the father standing on the corner? He should be in the middle.
Oh, okay, no, but now we got 13, 14, 15, 16. Now we just need the 7.
No, but this is the father shouldn't be at the edge of the water. He's gonna die.
You're the one who's stopped placing with him.
Yeah, I know, but like on retrospect.
Okay, Zom, stop placing with him. Quickly, Zom. Like something bad happening. Zom's quick.
Okay.
In reality, she would also be. Wouldn't the halfling always be next to the water if they're using
it? Up on roll 20, didn't do the token properly. So I'm going to put the artwork here, and then you guys can use your imagination.
Shouldn't like the halfling be on the edge if she's using a rod to push?
Yeah, no, you're right. Cheater.
Oh, well, I'm saying, Zoms, quickly get to here. Quickly, Zoms, quickly, we're tilting. No, phew.
Last second.
Just deal with the fact that these tokens haven't been set up properly, very sadly.
I'm so sad.
Oh, what?
Oh.
The whole thing hasn't been set up properly, I guess.
Wow.
It's an NPC sheet. Oh yeah, the fucking this creature hasn't been set up at all by roll 20.
Fucking roll 20, you can sue him, you know.
Or maybe it's just not loading.
Real quick.
Let's do it. F5. I'm just going to F5 on roll 20 real quick because it looks like this whole thing hasn't been set up at all.
Nat 5.
F5.
Advertising.
I swear it sounded like Nat 5, and I was like a Nat 5, but pretty good.
Dude.
Whenever I hear like a Nat something, I always think it's a 20 or 1. Like, I know it doesn't mean that, but you know, it's just instinctively. Like, why would you ever call it? Bother saying it?
Some people call it like a dirty 20 if you roll a 20 total.
Right.
People do that?
I mean, when I'm playing in person, I usually will, like, when you roll, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a natural 17, 23 total, right? Like, or...
Okay. I guess in Roll20 we don't say if it just does it all, yeah.
Right. It just calculates it for you. But yeah, in person it makes a lot more sense to say, like, natural whatever.
Yeah. Nothing's natural.
Nat 1.
Yeah, Nat 1s, Nat 20s are obviously standard.
They're just special effects, yeah.
Whatever. I guess I'm fucking not rolling from a sheet in this. I'm gonna caveman it out the fucking book.
Whoa, I love it. As it should be done. As it should be done.
I remember Chris used to like roll dice.
Look at that. Okay.
Boo. No, I want the old school.
Yeah, no, the NPC sheet is not like filled in or anything, whatever. So
what a fucking failure.
So I need to look here to see how much health it has. Ooh, okay.
Man, you remember when every combat used to be like that, Chris? Crazy.
Man, way back when.
Used to be all in our minds.
When we used PDF character sheets and we just,
Word documents.
Every session.
Mythweavers. Yeah.
PDF around here.
What a time. Back in
good old
dark ages.
Good old Mythweavers.
Oh god, yeah, that was Mythweavers. I should got my Mythweavers account at some point to see this shit then.
Dude, and with Pathfinder 1 combined, just a bad combination.
Yeah.
Mythweavers. I wonder if I have no idea what my login for Mythweavers would be though.
I think part of why I'm enjoying Pathfinder 2 so much is because it's in Roll20 and I don't have to deal with like, add 7 here plus I'm a level 12 plus like it's just so much shit to deal with on the math side.
It's fun doing the administration in your character sheet, but once it's done, it needs to be done. I don't want to do that every time.
Yeah, it really does. So I've been trying to talk to some people in a Discord to start like actually give Pathfinder 2 a chance because they had like bad taste in their mouth in Pathfinder 1, but there's just being too number crunchy, which is fair. I think it's fair, criticism.
We're gonna start a Pathfinder 1 campaign.
We are, yeah. Podtrack's doing some Chinese weeaboo. Oh wow, they fucking rolled really well. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared about having to relearn it.
Good luck.
Podtrack is a studious bro, right? He'll know all the rules.
So wait, is he doing like a Ghost of Tsushima RPG campaign or something?
Yeah, we decided before.
It started before. Yeah.
Podtrack's like
Podtrack's a hardcore Chinese read. Like he reads Chinese novels, shit. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Not in Chinese. It's worth noting, but
they're not. Maybe.
No, he knows Chinese.
Yeah, right.
Okay, what's going on? So, just peacefully jetting out, nothing to worry about, and then suddenly the music changes.
This is impossible.
Yeah. Leon, there's you're keeping an eye out, but you're not prepared for the speed with which like there's a rapid wake as something passes very swiftly under the surface of the water nearby. So I move it onto the object layer. And then bursts out of the stream near you. Just like the upper half of its body rising out of the water. As you kind of take it in, it is indeed a kind of mud shaped into a vaguely humanoid form, except it's given itself, it's like a sort of mermaid's tail that it's using to kind of propel itself through the water and keep itself, in position here as it like rises up to face you in this space. And as it does, dripping mud and water and so forth, it spews a line of mud across you and Bromok, and like off the other side, it's just like a projectile vomit of like mud.
Nothing on me.
Myself and Bromok.
Yeah, it sounds like a fortitude save or dex save.
It is in fact a reflex save.
A dex save? What is that?
So a reflex save?
Yes.
For me
reflex
as well.
Save from the pair of you, please. Yes. Spews a line of gloopy mud across both of you.
Pukes on you guys.
This motherfucker.
Fucking... Ay.
Alright. Oh, never mind. I went full play.
Okay. Leon, you are it's right in your face, and you take the full brunt of the fucking rolling like such a... Actually, I can. Why am I doing this? I can roll this like publicly,
the
right?
white sticky goo that comes forth from the crew.
You get the full brunt of the bludgeoning damage as this line of pressurized mud blasts you right in the face for 12 damage. You managed to get out of the way of it a bit, Brock, though, and only take half.
Yeah.
Some solid damage.
Then, just as you sort of turn to get distracted for a second, looking behind you, Beck.
Oh no!
I don't get distracted for this.
Another one rushes up in front, rising similarly out of the water. Actually, no, this one like rushes up here and then like gloopily pulls itself out of the water.
We're flanking him, Father. Good work.
And Beck, that would be an attack of opportunity for you. You have an active. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't have a reaction.
That would have been.
He wishes he had a reaction.
This guy knew it. How did he know?
And once here,
Kiss the time to kill off the enemy.
Turns towards Father Tooble. Hey, I did it fair. Turns towards Father Tooble, and swings at him with its fist.
Tooble checks with good AC.
Muddy.
He's got sick AC. Plus 10.
Oh god.
Plus 10.
Gonna crit the living shit out of him.
Might not crit if he's what level is he? 1? Probably.
I use my...
That crits you, doesn't it, Beck?
No, it doesn't crit me. I got
when you're raging?
No. Full plate now, my AC will rage.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And like we leveled one, so it gives it like an extra plus.
Sure.
Oh, thank God for the not like that.
Wait, I use my reaction.
Exactly. Oh, okay.
Wait, that's half my level, which is...
Yeah, you also have not had a time. That's sad.
Oh, but I'm so close.
Half your level is normally rounded up, down?
Down, I think. I think everyone's down.
It specifically says in some places all round up, but otherwise it's down, yeah.
Leon.
But he's not instantly dead. But he did oh shit, he's undying 2, right? But there was a crit.
Well, no, shouldn't he shouldn't be down at all, because you would take less damage.
Oh.
Right?
No, Leon can't do his reaction.
No, I don't have a reaction.
That's right.
Leon doesn't have a reaction yet.
Sorry.
And he's too fast. But you're right, he does go to 23 at 8. Father Tooble check rolls. He's so speedy. Alright, Leon.
I'll yell out, "Father,
actually,
no."
I guess since it rolled so low on stealth, I'll just rebuild it as well. It's next, but like you see this one is coming, Leon, because your perception's high enough.
We talked about this, Father. I'll say, looks like they're not interested in the talk. Let's get ready for beatdown, boys. And I'll...
You say you're not ready for beatdown, boys.
No, I don't say that.
Okay. This falls without dying. Let's get ready for beatdown, boys.
No. That's a different character.
Leon more like Lucio, am I right?
I found it.
No. Okay, so I have 3 actions. Okay.
Prepare for battle.
I will strike at the mud rat in front of me. Bam. 20 for 11.
Striking at it. 20 for 11. You hit, stabbing right into its chest. Although, as advertised, the mud does seem not completely vulnerable to the piercing damage, but nevertheless, you strike a fair blow through its chest.
Yeah, and it's magical, but it doesn't matter in this system, right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Occasionally.
Then I will raise my shield and strike again. I'll try and intimidate it. Wait, do I know if they speak common?
You believe they do not. And typically, elementals speak their associated language. These ones either speak Aquan or Terran. You're not 100% sure. Like powerful elementals, more likely, but like lesser elementals, unlikely to speak common.
Okay, in that case, I'll strike at it again. Oh, that's -5.
Minus.
It's not agile.
No.
Yeah, probably not. You do not hit with your second attack.
Okay. That's my turn.
You beat only air. Is it like, mermaids from side to side, weaving and jinking?
So sexy.
This last one. Similarly, comes here, climbs up on the back, and takes a swing at Leon, with whom it is flanking.
Oh, genius! Counter the shield, AC.
Roll d20 plus 10. Shabam!
That misses.
That misses. It's a big man. Wait, even with the fucking...
Yeah, I've 21. Oh, yeah, no, wait. I mean, yeah, oh no, wait, my base AC is 9. No, sorry, it's 19 now because of the half plates. So with flanking, it just about hits.
Half plate's only one less than full plate.
Is it?
Yeah, half plate's plus 5 plus 1. Are you sure?
Oh no, yeah, because it didn't level. So yeah, no, you're right. It's 20 then. So doesn't it? Thank you.
Oh, it's close. Just think about it, but you realise it's tough enough for it not to hit.
But I leveled since last time. That doesn't hit me.
Damn
it. I just want to have to climb up here. No, there's no safe space to chuck things.
They're geniuses.
Fucking bastards. What is with like throwing into melee? Is that like
provokes, I guess?
I mean, yeah.
Does anything else happen when you shoot into melee normally? There's nothing else, right? Apart from
no, you have volume. That doesn't matter.
Correct. Yes, only if you have volley. Is there any issue? Otherwise, you're going to shoot people in the adjacent square that don't have attacks opportunity.
Well, yeah, there's not many spaces for you to go. I'm just gonna. I'm actually gonna step. I'm just gonna throw the first bomb at this mud wretch over here, like the middle one. Chuck the bomb. That's what we're playing. The game we play today.
Can we play
I don't make the fucking splash hit anyone but it. 17.
Classic. 17 strikes it. Wow, fucking nicely. So which one is this? The one in the water or the one on
this one.
Deck?
I'm throwing a firebomb at one in the water.
Cool. Great. Yeah, okay, it hits it. It deals, so 15 fire damage, 17 fire damage, and there's D6 persistent. Nice. Oh, 2 persistent, it is literally just 2.
It's just 2 persistent, yes.
So it takes a good chunk of damage, and as your big, explosion of fire roars against it, you see it very rapidly steam and dry out. And when the fireball is gone a moment later, it looks much less healthy and happy.
Chuck another one.
Yes. Whatever sickened 2 means. Oh, and also slowed 1. That's probably better.
Did you not go the I like fire goblin feat? It's so good without I'm still
Wait, does it say?
Yeah, there's a feat for the goblin to just burn it or something.
No.
Oh. So Sickened 2 is the one that's
using bombs.
Penalty all your checks and DCs, and you can't willingly ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while Sickened.
So sick.
And I think that's also, again, we discussed, it's your AC as well, which is actually kind of important.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not chucking on the palm bed.
So much negatives, but he's so confident.
Look at that. Oh. Another 17, baby.
He's insane. He's not rolling below a 3. It's crazy.
What is this world?
It's insane.
Wait, you hit twice in a row? That's possible?
Attack number 2. Blast the same one. So we're talking another...
You should include... Wait, Tom, you should include the persistent
damage in that. Not looking very happy.
You should include the persistent damage in this.
Yeah, I'm not including it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm Tommy, you might well not put in the attack, because the ball doesn't even matter. Oh, no, wait. Is it a roll for it, or was it actually just that much?
Just the 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it is 2 persistent.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's not like a roll.
It's not a D6 or anything, it's just 2.
Just 2.
Okay, yeah, you smash this thing twice in the face. It's very dried out and muddy.
You lay alchemist fires in his face.
I'm not using a third one for this. Why can't you just
slap him, Zom, slap him.
Pretty sure there's also multiple attack mode.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't waste a fire when he misses, you know.
Oh, but he could splash damage it, right? Just like throw it in this area or something.
That's true, yeah. I mean, if he throws it in its space.
Yeah.
But then it's a useless thing in there.
Just slap it.
Just slap it.
You got this one, Brom. Like you can finish this.
Okay.
I'll just step here for my last one, just in case. You know, the other one, the war is still a danger.
Sure. Back.
Oh, that's me.
Let's put this on fire. Let me give it a.
Damn you, mud beast! Like swing at it.
Damn you, damn dirty mud!
Alright, I won't rage though. I'll just take a swing with my greatsword first of all, just a normal one. 18. Is it hit right?
That hits, yeah. Unless this one is special.
17 hits.
Yeah.
That doesn't do it.
But it's slashing, and then for
my slashing damage.
My second and third attack, I'll do the raging. No, not raging. Sorry, I'll do power attack. So like the damage is combined for the resistance stuff. But second attack, if I hit. I've clicked it. We will see. Oh,
ooh.
There we go. Oh,
no, I'm at 19. The sadness.
So about damage over. Oof. 260.
Secrets.
Oh, so 12. 2d12 did one more than
yeah. You give it you give it a couple of good slashes. It's looking hurt, but you know, still completely corporeal.
Stupid mud.
Romok.
You muted, Josh.
That's fine. I don't need to talk. Even though I use my quick draw to attack this one.
Okay, I like it.
The hammer.
Why? What is this guy with blackface?
I don't know.
He's a second or something, right?
So 14. I'm gonna re-roll that. I want to hit today.
You actually have a you made a macro for your light hammer.
I did. So 16 with the flanking and built in on top of whatever its current AC is.
16 with the flanking, and the second is a hit. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the flank was
so, yeah. So 5 bludgeoning.
5 bludgeoning. Yeah, you just like finish this thing off.
Nice.
It collapses into like a heap of dry mud. Inanimate dry mud. Barely the shape of a figure anymore.
Perfect. And then I will hunted prey this one. Hunt prey. I always say hunted.
Okay.
And then I will.
Now they are.
Man, this is difficult to do actually. Yeah, let's move into the square and stand over the father.
Sure.
Yep.
Push him into the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
The halfling is. Oh, you guys can handle yourselves, it would seem. Keep it up. Pushing up. Yeah, but like the old man, you know.
She's an old halfling, right? I'd be a little scared.
She's gonna use her
athletics
action to go. Every action I can push it 5 feet forward. So you go 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
So.
Just
get everyone.
Whoa.
No worries. Yeah, she like, you know, and push and push. And actually, this one doesn't move with us, does it? It stays 1, 2, 3 back here.
See you, nerd.
Movement.
It's now this one's turn again, though. And it's gonna chase after you, Leon. Catching up.
Hither.
And
long time no see.
Whoa. Does be coming after all.
This is angry.
Missing with the first one. And missing with the second one. Tubal check.
Oh, not 1 or 2 Tubal checks. Too many for death saves in this world.
Oh!
Hey, stable boys! You could not kill off our characters.
He just decided to take a nap.
I told him to wake up.
Alright, let's do it like that.
Chilling. He got hit by mud. How could he die from that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
He overreacted.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay. He wakes up, but he's not like fully capable, and he's like, but slowed. You could say, like, he's conscious and like looking around.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
you know, basically he gets like smacked down. Like, Father, are you okay? And now he's like, you know, imagine Boromir dying, right? He's like that degree of like mobile right now.
Sure.
He's looking right underneath Bromok's skirt.
Getting a good look at her.
Yeah.
At his.
Thank you for protecting her. Okay, that's that one. Father 2, we'll check this one. Okay, it has been flanked. Not happy. So it moves. Yeah, it does provoke. It moves here, and then like dives under and like swims under and pops up again here.
Fucking take a swing.
Not expecting you to be.
Yeah. Am I technically flanking for the attack? Well, it's when it starts to do the action, right? And then we're flanking at that point.
Yes, you're flanking for this attack. Yes.
Cool.
Crit it.
Nah.
Nice.
Man, my damage would be a lot better if I crit it though. For 20 feet.
And hits it.
A little couple of damage.
A little
As it
bit of
throws itself
damage.
overboard. Pops up here and makes an attack at you back.
Wait does this... Unfair.
Oh, that does not hit, but I'm not raging actually. 20 AC.
Nice.
So close. Good thing we all level. And then its second attack. Nope.
Nada.
Leon.
Guys, why does no one get hit? I want to use my reaction.
We only get killed in the first round, and then no more of that.
Yeah. I think I'll do the same. Another one of their. Okay, well, first of all, I'll lead off with a strike. Hey, 28.
Ooh, yeah. That is what we call a crit.
Bam. Ooh.
Oh, max damage crit, baby.
Oh, that's what we like.
Wait, is that calculator wise?
Reduced a little bit.
Damage crits. Yeah, the critical damage extra 1d8. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you get the critical specialization effect as well because of your spirit weapon.
Oh,
what is the
you're right. Let me look it up. I'm not sure.
Specialization. Weapon pierces the target, weakening as it attacks. The target is clumsy 1 until the start of your next turn.
Clumsy 1.
Nice.
So that's like everything, like dex and stuff, right? Okay.
Dex, yeah. And dex and AC.
And after doing that, I will raise my shields, and I know they can't understand common, but I'll just yell, "Be gone!" and like try and make myself big, and like try and like almost like push it off, but like not actually pushing it off.
You can still intimidate a creature.
Yeah, I take a -4 to the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Intimidates 24, so that's 20 years.
Man, you got these good social rolls, huh? Let's see what its will DC is. Like, almost certainly not that high.
Yeah, right? Can't.
Oh, yeah, why am I checking the tokens? Silly me. Oh shit, it's almost that high, actually. It's not mine, but it's,
I mean, it's...
no, yeah, you intimidate it.
That's clumsy 1 and frightened 1.
Successfully intimidate it.
Yeah, frightened 1, clumsy 1. So AC go down by 2, actually.
And that's my turn, because I raise shield.
Cool.
This one is dead. Zombs.
We can have this. So I'll step here. I'm gonna throw a bomb at the one that's in the water near what's his face, Beck. I think Leon has that one.
And you splash back, right?
Sorry?
You choose to back with a splash.
I need some.
with the splash damage.
Give him some motivation to
I'm
reach.
gonna ask every time it's back, but
oh no, the bad also.
Oh,
no. No, Zoms, what happened? It's still two fire splash, right?
Yeah.
Kind of weird. You throw a bomb into the water and it splashes. Fire damage.
I had like the.
Like it's above the water, I guess, right?
Yeah, who knows? It just happens somehow. No, magic.
Another one.
I'm trying to remember if I think we've done the past. Weaknesses apply to splash damage, right? I'm just trying to remember if they're supposed to or not.
Yeah, whenever it takes damage,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That one hits.
Yeah.
What you did before.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Math is too much. It's dead. You just like miss with the first one, but it like singes it a bit, like by this much, and then the second one finishes off like right in the face, and it just collapses in a pile of sinking mud and slinks back into the water.
Pollution.
Okay.
Well, I'm just going to join the mud on the bottom right.
But it's not part of this world.
That's it, right? That's reactions.
The sedimentation.
Red eyes. It's so evil.
Okay, I will. Is it just like difficult terrain now or something, Chris? Was it like just like mud? Or
actually, no one's tried to move or anything yet because it hasn't become apparent. But while this was alive and stuff, it was like different. You know, like it was like spewing like muddy area around it, making it all like difficult terrain and stuff.
but
no, now that it's dead, it's just dried mud. It's...
Okay. No, it's the beautiful. Okay, but I will then charge over to here.
I can
What's that? Me too, Chris. Cool.
Chris was cutting out.
No, I wouldn't do that on it's like as slow as it can be to mud, but it makes it difficult.
So it's
should be right. You see me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, but it'll you.
Hello.
You're still frozen on cam.
It's fine. Yes.
Okay, it's fine. Cool.
Okay. It's just this fucking mad player.
Cool. I will swing at it then. Oh. 24. 15. Then less.
24 for 15. Actually, crit with its conditions. Which finishes it.
So many conditions. Nice. So it is dead.
And yeah, it like muddily slinks away. Yeah, very dead.
I used my last action to search the area for Morcus. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that a thing?
Yeah, give me a perception check because you seek.
I don't know if it's actually two actions or not. But...
Whatever. There aren't any more. So...
Yeah, that's what I do.
We can. We can leave the old combat.
Right. Yeah, I'll like walk.
And yeah. The old halfling continues to push her way through the water, but she says, "Wow, you guys weren't kidding, were you? I'm impressed."
Kind of. That's a kind of like good work, Zoms. Firework work.
So pleased with himself after the last session.
Yeah. That's not
imagine so.
Yeah, you've got a good arm there. Great accuracy. I'll kneel down, do the father and like cast lay on hands on.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, oh, thank you, Leon. It feels much better now.
Yeah.
How much that heal for? Is it always heal for 6? Because that's like scale.
Yeah, unless it's heightened, which I don't think it is yet.
It automatically heightens.
Yeah, but I'm 3rd. I thought it was 4th. Okay. No, so that's 2d6 then. Or then it's 12, I think. You see, lay on hands.
I'm pretty sure it should be higher than 1 when it on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
heightened amount of healing increases by 6.
Heightened +1, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a focus spell level 2 now.
Yeah,
that's how it works. Man, that's pretty good.
Then it's heals 5.
Wow. You're gonna have to wait half a long time after combat for you to heal everyone. So.
Your powers.
I've cut out.
My power.
Your powers.
So mighty.
Oh. Toilet. But your powers are indeed mighty.
Unlimited power. Hey Josh, can I ask, now that JP has stopped D&D, are you gonna take like less of a role, or are you still like full-time mod in this channel?
I still do, yeah, like, well, full-time, come on. I don't put that much time into it. But no, like, I'm still definitely like one of the head mods there and everything. Nothing's changed in that way, at least as of right now.
Does he have any plans of continuing, or is it like closed for now?
Our roleplay as like an entity is definitely done. I think when people ask me, my honest suggestion is don't plan on it. Like, he definitely is done with it for now, but never say never, right? Like, there's obviously a chance that maybe the tick hits him again, he really wants to play, and so he brings it back small, capacity in some way. Yeah. But I wouldn't plan on it.
Oh, that's weird, man.
Yeah, especially with like it coincides this too perfectly with like Adam basically leaving the scene entirely.
Yeah.
And
so it doesn't happen.
Adam really did do so much behind the scenes for roleplay that no other DM that was involved ever did or has done. So you would have to like replace and train someone to
bring Steven back, bring Steven back.
That will never happen. There is some bad blood there.
Oh really?
Mostly on Steven's side. Some really bad blood. Like, Steven is very, very actively, vehemently kind of anti-JP.
Wow, shit.
Fuck. What the fuck?
So, is it because he chose for Adam, like, as a full-time jam?
Yeah, basically. So here's the big story that's finally kind of come out in truth is, so JP wanted to go, do the whole Patreon and make this like roleplay a really big thing, like actually have like actual contracts for all the people who are DMing. So they had like set, oh, here's what you do for us. Like, your material that you create for us technically belongs to the brand of roleplay, and like you get a wage, or like you get paid to DM for us. And so there's negotiation because like, what is the rates? What should be there? So they were negotiating, and Neil and Steven, like Adam was like, hey, like, I feel pretty good about this. I've done this kind of stuff before. Like, I'm happy to go and negotiate on all of our behalfs. With, again, this is all coming from Neil and Steven, by the way, so I don't know Adam's perspective on this, just to be fair. But from their perspective, he went in, sold them out, and made a deal for just himself and left the other two completely out. And JP went with it. Right? Whatever that deal was, it was good enough for JP. My guess is that he was the only one who was willing at the time to be like, hey, I'll invest everything I do into roleplay. I'll be full-time GM for roleplay. Like, I don't have side gigs that I do right now or anything else. And that probably sounds really appealing to someone to be like, hey, like, I don't have another job. I don't have other campaigns or own things on my channel they have to worry really about doing. It'll all be creations and kind of furtherment of roleplay. That's a really hard thing to say no to, especially if the price is right. So it's like, oh, I can have one person do all these things instead of this, that, and the other. So the other two definitely got kind of burned pretty hard. But again, the ultimate betrayal, according to the records at least, is really on Adam. But JP went along with it on the business side, so he takes some of the blame.
A cool place.
Yeah, and again, that's like I've always said. I have a lot of respect for JP and what he does, but he is a pretty ruthless businessman.
Yeah, like, you can tell from like watching it. Like, yeah, I mean, it's sort of like has a high production value, and you can tell from that kind of stuff, right? He sees it very much as a business, right? Which is like
and which is funny because things are kind of changing now, right? Like, now that he doesn't have roleplay. And that's actually one of the things in his final statement when he was closing roleplay officially is like, it became too much of a business. It used to be so much more fun, and now it's less about the fun and it's more about like the numbers or the production value or the thing here to get more viewers and
increase the business. Campaign was
it stands out because of what it was. So unless he can get back to that kind of a feeling, he's like, and I just don't know if I can if it's on like if it's mine, right? Like, because I hold this certain level that I have to have it be at now.
Yeah, when it started to change for me is when he started to DM the campaign. I forget its name, but in that weird role of his, and he had to like juggle being a GM and like streaming and like moderating. It became too much.
I wouldn't recommend doing that. Plus, like, honestly, being the streamer for a campaign is the worst. If you're DMing and streaming the campaign, because then everyone fucking sees all the GM bullshit you're trying to do. it doesn't work great for that, honestly.
You can't DM in stream. I've always flat out.
I wouldn't do it.
Or maybe if you two PCs, but
I'll happily stream up there, but like, yeah,
for sure. Yeah. So I mean, and now he's obviously struggling. He's dealing with the whole.
Honestly, my perspective from the audience is, oh yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
Man, fuck! I got so much to lay on this hand.
Wait, is this apartment your house sitting in New Zealand or something?
No, it's just like, you know, I guess a slightly less well-serviced area of London at times of instance. Actually, it's probably fine. It's probably just like they don't, you know.
They don't have a good plan.
For whatever reason. So,
the hard part right now, actually, I feel bad.
It's smart TV or anything. So
there's too many books, you know, for them to care about the internet.
It's blocking the signal. No. For JP, I feel bad right now because he's dealing with, like, obviously the fallout of kind of that information from Neil and Steven kind of coming out again.
I also heard some allegations.
Brand. Huh?
I also heard some allegations about like the whole Me2 thing. I don't know.
It's weird. So Caitlyn, and this is not new. Caitlyn came out a couple years ago and said some things that he had supposedly been trying to groom her and had been a bit of a douchebag.
Who's he had Caitlyn? Which one was she in?
It's the blonde one.
She was she's the blonde who she was in what is it called? The one with
Cyberpunk
Wheat.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really watched.
It wasn't. Yeah, she's okay. I never really loved her style because she was just all like her personality and is like, I'm just gonna be as chaotic as possible always.
Yeah, I remember her having a thing for cats, just cats in general.
yeah. It's kind of weird. She's also the one who, like, that one day she was out of her apartment, so she was like trying to stream from a hotel lobby, and like the lady was behind, like she would go to the bathroom, and like a lady like actually came and took a picture of the setup that was happening on stream. Like, it was the weirdest thing. Anyway, so Caitlyn basically had these allegations that JP had kind of been a bit of a dick. Like one of them was that like he had shared like a porn link with her at one point, which again, like, and JP fully admits like, yeah, that is true. Like, I did that, and I look back now and realize like I had kind of bridged the gap where we were old friends, and it was kind of a joke, and I thought that was okay. I recognize it's not, and I'm in therapy and things to try to fix these, and have been for a couple of years now. So like he's done some things, but then there's other stuff that's kind of like supposedly that someone involved in roleplay, and she's never said who, and to this day won't, that I've seen, that someone within roleplay that was still active with JP in some capacity, but not JP, to be clear, right? Not him, sexually abused her.
Oh, shit.
But I have no idea, and apparently she's reached out to like 4 or 5 different people saying, hey, this happened, but never would tell anyone who. And so like, well, I don't know how to support you if you can't give me a name, right? Like, I don't know. So like, so she came after like ammunition for like not helping. She came after Shannon for not helping. She's like attacked a bunch of different people. Caitlyn has for saying this, and then they've kind of turned around saying, "Well, hey, here's the DM, the screenshots. Let's talk receipts here." Not necessarily in defense of JP, but kind of more in like, hey, like Caitlyn kind of turns things to what she wants them to be in a certain way in appearance, and Caitlyn has all these weird allegations against her in the Ubisoft Rainbow Six Siege community of supposedly recording herself doing sexual favors for guys in the scene, like recording it against their will, like without their knowledge. So like it's like this whole clusterfuck of stuff, and I don't know where it lies because not all the information has come out. She won't say a bunch of things. So a couple of years back, like these first allegations started to come up, and like they had talked repeatedly, JP and her, from the records. It shows like him to like, hey, like what is these new allegations? Like, there's no truth to those. What's happening? Like, we had talked about this other thing, and I'd apologized multiple times on the one of us sharing an inappropriate link, right? Like, we'll say that. And now these new things were suddenly coming out, and he's like, they're not true. So at the time, since roleplay was growing, like the lawyer sent a cease and desist, because that's kind of the only thing you can do if it's completely false allegations. But the idea is like, is it just trying to like shut her up? So like, and we just don't know where everything is there. So yeah, all of that.
This is the one I read drama about everywhere. Everyone was like, JP sent a cease and desist to Caitlyn, gagging her. But like, I don't know. I didn't really read it. I read like a lot of speculation, but I didn't read anything. Like,
no one fucking knows.
Never said who it was.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if the person will give specifics.
I saw speculation it was Ryan Moore. I saw that he'd been like,
oh, really?
You know, A bit of a fucking.
What?
See,
I mean,
are
like,
you still streaming? But like, I don't want to do this on Twitch right now. Save my thought on it.
Yeah. But like, there's no
the rest
viewers,
of my thought.
You know?
That's all like out there. My personal thoughts I don't want to share on the subject on stream.
It's good. It's good.
Well, okay, I've managed to get a working hotspot now, and it's
back into it.
We don't have a real campaign, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, seriously. That's the one guy about us all never meeting in person. At least me. Like I've only met Chris. So
I've never took a sword with Tom or Jacko. I promise. Chris, you know, I'm not going to talk about those times.
Yeah, I heard about you and Tom and Jacko in that car a few times. Like, you know.
No, I was in the back. Those two in the no. I mean, I was in the front of me. Those two in the back. Who fucking knows what happened?
Sure. Wow.
No,
Tom had to back to himself, I think.
I was always sleeping in the front passenger seat.
I got the driver's seat. It doesn't matter. Dude, there's no way we shared the bag. There's no way we shared the bag. Like we slept on top of each other.
No, you shared the bag. See,
we did. I was in the driver's seat. We both had
the signal was in the way. No, not true.
How could you share a sleeping bag? It would just.
We wouldn't have a sleeping bag.
Yeah, that's too expensive.
We didn't have a sleeping bag. We just slept in the car.
Oh right. Oh, shared. I thought you were saying they slept asleep.
No, they shared the bag seat in the car.
That's like a lot of, you know, that's a lot of closeness to have two human bodies in one.
I don't think you were in the driver's seat.
100%.
Okay, if you say so. If you say so.
If you remember this, how it was.
That's how you decided to remember it. You know.
And nothing ever happens when I go with you guys. Very disappointing. Also, good looking guy as well.
Alright, back to D&D. Our characters will never inappropriately touch each other.
Sometimes appropriate.
So yeah, you guys.
You put a veil there
all the time.
I can't remember exactly what I was saying before I disconnected, but it can't be that important. You guys make it across, with you know, only a few more. It's like it takes like 5 minutes, right? It's like 5 feet per one action, so it's not the fastest thing in the world, but she has to like steer a bit because she knows where the bottom is and so on. So. Yeah, and it's like a couple of feet. So it's like a couple of minutes total to get across, plus like an extra minute, say, for like navigating like some of the trickier bits and stuff. So yeah, the total crossing is just like 3 or 4 minutes.
There's another jetty.
Yeah. No, there's no other jetty. She just like basically she doesn't beach it fully, but she like pushes it up just enough that like
we wade the
basically she pushes it up onto the side, so like she's at the back end with a pole in the water, like holding position, and you got the impression that she wasn't doing that, like the back end would kind of swing out and the whole thing would start getting washed away, forming like kind of a temporary jetty with the body of the raft. You guys like step off onto the dry land. No. And she's like, well, as we agreed, no charge. You dealt with the problem. Sure as hell you did.
Yeah. Shame that you listen to reason.
If I may ask, I should know who's done me this favor.
Oh no, there's no need for that.
I see.
We're not from around these parts, so it's probably not likely we'll meet again. But
they're just gonna hop off into
Yeah, right. Leon starts saying, "We're wanted men."
In that case, I'll do the favor of not telling anyone you were here if they should come asking.
Much obliged.
I did not.
I know how it is, and like once you guys roll off, she moves to your end and pushes off the bank. Well, be seeing you, or maybe not. And best of luck with your business.
Do yours.
Yeah, just like pushes back on over. Yeah, you should start charging people for crossings again. Yeah, and you guys are across by the. Yeah, I mean it's like. It was like just after lunch, so it's still like early afternoon, and you guys presumably like get some like traveling and stuff done, once you're on the other side. Yeah, but you're like obviously still in this hex today because today was the reconnoiter day.
Yeah. Did we not normally get random encounters on reconnoiter days?
Oh yeah, no, fair shout. There should be one. So let's do that now. Good point.
Random encounter as you travel over the water.
Yeah, there's no reason I wouldn't be. So. Planes traveling.
Nothing at all, though.
Nothing at all.
Looks like we're encountering nothing at all.
Doesn't even matter.
But yeah, I guess we just.
Taking a second load for me, but.
I guess we do get it far we can on the day, I guess. Before we get too tired. Or before we're too tired or whatever.
Yeah, and then you set up a camp similar to last night. I assume everyone's doing the same roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
actually, you got like rations. You don't need a subsistor, do you? In any sense, unless you want to do it for yourself, which is all you can redo it for.
But...
Wait, should you go back to scouting then, and I can do my sense magic?
Sure, can do that.
Cool.
Where's my plus? Okay.
Can you guys hear that, by the way?
No.
No.
The squeaky? No? Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. If you're talking, yeah.
No, I got Loki a new toy, and he's loving it. So
he's Loki loving
it. Yeah. He's a new toy, buddy.
Boo.
Jerry, you don't find anything of interest?
What about me, though?
Oh god, we're very tired from the day's travel. Nobody traveled that much.
It is clearly not an area of any special religious
such
significance.
A boring fucking X.
Oh, but I do mention while I was asking around in the village back there, they did say Dawn Patrol had come by, asked some questions, see if they saw anyone suspicious, probably meaning us.
Yeah. Can't look different, I would break out.
Yeah. Well, we've been fortunate enough so far to not meet them. Let's be on our guard.
And then morning eventually rolls around. Like, I'll roll around my counter. Let me see this. Okay, cooking.
Nothing at all.
Cooking is good enough for +1? No, sadly. Party stomachs are too demanding. Level 3.
Does like the finest thing
to get, to actually get. I mean, it tastes fine, but it doesn't get the buff effect.
It was good.
Passions.
What's he doing?
I do lay on hands everybody back to full.
Cool. And the camouflage is competent, but and actually no, 15 is enough in pain, so you're fine. You camouflage the camp just right.
Just put trees.
And
nothing.
You guys spend the night. Plains resting. Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Yeah.
This is my mantra in life.
And morning rolls around. You guys do your preparations.
Same thing with the hawk.
Expecting, a couple more days. You think probably tomorrow you'll find the road. Is what you're guessing.
Mm-hmm. So I know we're not technically in the next hex. We're over the water again.
You're over the water, yeah. So like when you travel today, you'll move into that hex.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I guess we travel there today.
Yeah. You guys.
Back. You're just walking around with the plate armor on, right?
Yeah.
I'll be like, Beck, would you mind throwing a cloak on top of yourself? You sound out a bit much in the armor. People might think you're.
I kind of shrug. I kind of like shrug, kind of like gesture, like kind of like only move like the 7-foot long great sword, and like I really think it'll help, I guess.
Wow, we should really find you a hilt for that thing. I mean.
You mean a scabbard? It's gotta help.
Oh yeah. I don't make the things. I just.
Just doing them.
This is why I use a spear. You just stick it with the pointy end.
Could find a scabbard, but it's hard to find one on the right side. But if you've got a spare bit of cloth, I'll wear a cloak.
Right. Yeah.
You have a spare one?
I mean, no.
Okay, well, I'm just like, you might wear a cloak. I'm like, okay, do you have one? No? Alright, I guess I'll wear a cloak for you.
Alright, first, we'll put it on the list.
So I guess we travelled as Bromok survivor word?
Yes. Bromok, make a survival check.
Easy.
Is fine. Easy peasy.
An extra +5, I believe, because last time, so it makes it another.
It was a crit, yeah.
Time, right?
Yeah. Successfully travel. And yeah. The day. Well, let's fucking find out.
There's nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Yeah, it's a nice, calm another nice calm day across flat land. You know, whistling, you know, just chatting, keeping an eye out, not seeing anything dangerous coming. And yeah, eventually, evening comes.
Actually, I want to talk to everyone about people tonight evening.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I guess like at evening while we're like kind of setting up, kind of starting up stuff. Like once it's on, then I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably talk mainly to Leon, but like when it group, right? You know, I'm just like,
wow.
Like, you know,
see how it is.
He seems like he's, you know, he's always doing the talking, and I like, and also he's kind of like knows I think more about the religion, this kind of stuff. I'm like, the dragon we saw, the whatever the fortune, the prophecy it had. Do you actually believe it?
I mean, I don't know what to think, really. This goes way beyond me. All I know is, we live in a complex world with many moving parts. All you can do is try your best. If that happens to lead us on a path that's some grand being meant for us, and we can help in saving the day, then that's great. But I don't personally expect it.
I think we need to talk to Resistance about it. See if they know more about such a...
Sure. I think we should talk to Resistance about everything we encountered. The temple, the underground tunnel system, obviously the dragon. Yeah, maybe even those weird goblin creatures.
Sure, I expect that one a full report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you believe in such things?
Kind of frowned for a second, you know, like the idea that I was fated to be there does not, to meet that creature does not fill me with comfort. To know my life was destined to end up like this is not a happy thought.
Oh, I mean, you shouldn't look at it like that. You still have your own free will. I mean, you could stand up and walk away at this very moment, but you choose not to, because you have something to fight for.
I kind of shake my head as like I don't have something to fight for.
I mean, seeing the rage in your eyes, that's fuel right there.
I'm not fighting for it anymore. I'm fighting because of it.
Small difference, I suppose, but a difference nonetheless.
But I struggle to believe the truth that we can make a real difference.
I mean, we all make a difference. Even though we might be a small rock, it could create a big disturbance in a pond.
We'll see.
So you said this conversation was like mostly to Leon, but broadly to
it's like like you know, like kind of facing, but like, you know, I was saying it like, you know, I was all kind of sit around, you know, as we eat and stuff, and just like, you know, say it out loud.
Yeah.
Great dinner, by the way, as always.
No, today wasn't good enough.
Truly.
Yeah, but still, you
know. Yeah, Father Tugelchek says, put stock in what the dragon said. Such beings rarely say such things lightly and without any meaning. But what Leon says is right. Everyone is free to influence their own fate. The choices you make will absolutely affect the outcome of how you experience your destiny. It is not always easy to interpret, however, even if a prophecy or a fortune sounds like it means one thing, it could be hinting at something completely different. Often they come in riddles and hard to decipher forms that make little sense until you are confronted with the very future they were supposed to foretell.
Really,
my eyes, like, well, that's convenient.
It could mean whatever you want them to mean.
Be reasonably certain that your future holds at least some excitement. You are certainly not mere ordinary adventurers, not anymore. The experience of the dragon proves that there is something to what you will do next, whatever it is.
I mean, this brings up an interesting point. I have much enjoyed your company. I mean, while in the Resistance is obviously expected of you to work with many different people, many different kinds, but I think we work well together.
Huh? Can a goblin be special? I don't think we're that special.
Why not? Anyone can be special.
Well,
There are certainly...
I would say most goblins are known for being special in a very different way. Not the saving the world kind of, or anything like that.
Well,
I don't know. I try not to blow everyone up.
So, Brahma turns to you and says, to be fair, I don't think most races are known to do that. Not many people save the world.
Well, but you know, like, fewer are known more for destroying it than, you know, saving it. Or just being neutral about it, right?
Again, I think that's true of all races, though.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever you're born as shouldn't influence your decisions. I mean, to a point it does, of course. But, Zalms, give yourself some credit here. You're probably the smartest around in this little circle of ours.
Father Two will check says nothing.
Wow, rude. I feel like we talk about saving the world, it's... If we wanted to save the world, we should have done it 10 years ago.
Or someone else should have done it 10 years ago. I was nowhere near ready to be any kind of adventurer 10 years ago.
I think I was a bit young for world saving.
Then the
Yeah.
We can't save the world anymore. The world's already lost.
Nah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. The world is never lost. You know, it's just well...
The millions of people who died in the war, I bet they believe that.
Yes, but you know, not everyone's dead. The land.
Again, I think if you mean that we can't save the world that we had before, because no matter what we do, we're not getting that exact world back. But we can save it from the current problem.
The Empire of Atlas. The Empire of Atlas is ashes. It will never see the light of day again. And, as Beck said, nothing that can be done now, short of the most powerful miracle I could imagine, but the like of which has not been seen in all of recorded history. The millions that have died and bled and suffered and been tortured and cruelly treated as a result of this new order, that cannot be undone. It will always be as it was. That is not to say the world cannot be redeemed, however. And if that is your destiny, then view it simply like this. If the world can fall to darkness, it should be able to fall back to light, one way or another.
That makes some logical sense.
Should need an army of angels to come to save the day. If an army of devils or what it did for the last time.
I prayed, Beck. I prayed until my palms were raw. I couldn't understand it. If there were an army of devils to come, should there not be a celestial equivalent?
Well, then,
drive them back.
Maybe
solution.
The celestial equivalents just give less of a care, than the hellish ones. That's a possibility. Unfortunate as it is.
Well, what Incendius cared about matters little now. He is as dead as any deity can be.
I think our best solution in this is to grow some wings. Become our own angels.
Drink Red Bull?
I like the metaphor.
It's very interesting. I like it. Let's grow some wings.
Oh, but...
Zom's the alchemist finds a rare
angelic goblin. I like the sound of that.
I mean, just the fact that we're having this conversation almost means...
I'll be the green angel.
The green goblin?
I'm already the Green Goblin.
Already is that, yeah.
All right. Good roleplay. Good roleplay. May I have your evening rolls,
please? Oh,
you have.
Have I?
Yeah, those ones.
But then that was a resting, and then there was a survival, and there was a traveling, so it's another evening.
Oh, maybe you right. We've had a whole new day since then. Crazy.
Turns out when you're just traveling and you don't roll against an enemy, like it's quick.
Come on, Zombs. I want some good food. What's happening, my man?
Hunting good.
You gotta make these rations.
Leon,
gotta hunt better.
Leon, you don't determine anything of significance. Zoms' cooking again is adequate, but not exceptional, and doesn't provide anyone with any bonuses. The camp is successfully disguised, and camouflaged rather. And Beck, yeah, you're percepting, you're hunting around.
Secret tunnel.
Been rewatching Avatar.
Does
you find? Oh god, sorry.
Goddamn good.
No, I just gonna talk about Avatar.
I just finished watching it last Airbender. Since we're talking about it now, the other day, I'm like, I say just finished, and like 2 days later, I'm already finishing the first season of Legend of Korra as well.
Okay, so it still holds up as like an actual adult, right? Like it's not.
Last Airbender or Korra?
Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's fucking great.
I mean, it's got charm elements, obviously, but yeah, you can still enjoy it definitely.
It's like, honestly, to me,
I'm afraid to go back to it.
It's like watching anime as an adult. You know, they have like children.
It's like to me, it's the S tier Harry Potter story. If like Harry Potter is like B tier Harry Potter, Avatar: The Last Airbender is like S tier. It's like the same story, well, not same story, but like it's got just the same elements but better.
Yeah.
Like I find Facebook quizzes to determine what kind of bender you are much more interesting than what Hogwarts house you're supposed to be in. For example, Zuko versus Malfoy is like not even close. You know, like it's just Harry Potter but better. So it's like that. It's kiddie in that way.
I think I'm an Earthbender.
I think I'm an
Think you're an Earthbender? I'm definitely an Earthbender.
Who here reads Brandon Sanderson? Any of you?
Yeah, we've talked about it so many times.
Okay.
Just
go to his website and take the quiz to see which Knight Radiant Order you are. I actually really like that one.
No, we're not doing that one. No.
You got him. Alright.
I'll find it.
Okay, so Beck, searching around, yeah, like you're just looking, you find, you know, a lot of nothing, and eventually, though, you're poking through like a sort of a clearing of trees. I mean, you know, it's a small circle or patch of trees that'll take you 5 minutes to walk a full circle around it. You know, it's not huge. It's a little wood. And at the center of it, you find what doesn't immediately strike you as like anything particularly suspicious. A circle of standing stones, kind of like a small Stonehenge. You know, druidic, but people kind of get up to that sort of stuff in these parts. You investigate them a little bit closer. I'm not saying necessarily you go up and right into the middle of them, but looking from a safe distance, but a bit closer, you can see that they've got runes carved into them. In fact, there are basically 4 stones, and each of them has like the same rune carved into it hundreds of times, like it's quite small, all over it. But with your knowledge of runography, being as it is, you're uncertain about.
It don't take law of runography, yeah.
Yes.
But like even I like know of druid.
Okay, your perception was quite good. Also, as even closer, it's getting darker now, and like the sun's setting, and it's twilight and dim light and stuff. So what would have been more obvious in bright light doesn't immediately stand out to you until you're kind of looking closer at the runes and stuff. But 2 of the 4 stones have clear streaks of what is. I mean, it could other things it could be, but it really seems like dried blood to you. You know, like splashed on them.
Sure. I kind of just like. I mean, I don't have much things about druids, whatever. But I kind of know what kind of thing this is, right? Just from like.
Yeah.
Like standing stones.
It's like
magic related-ish.
Yes, precisely. Yeah, like related to probably nature. Primal magics rather than occult or arcane or religious. But yes.
Yeah, I mean, well,
could honestly be any other.
Yeah, after I've had a quick look, I will go back to the party and I'll be like, you know, I mean, most of the party I think kind of in a similar space.
Yeah, this is by the way just for imaginings. It's like a 20-minute walk from where the party's camped. It's like it's far enough to feel like kind of distant from it, but yeah.
So yeah, I'll go back to the party and I'll be like, found something in the woods, not too far. I don't know much about it, but it looked like some sort of old magic. There were some stones with runes on them, I think, but I don't know what they were. But it might be, I don't know, worth checking out. There was some blood, I think, on one of them.
Normally, I'd advise against
disturbing presence, like you were going to roll a disadvantage in it.
Kind of shrug, like, just felt like stones to me.
Normally, I'd advise against poking about in such a ritualistic area. People take offense, you know. It is important to them. But if there's blood, that might be bad news.
I kind of shrug. I didn't see anyone. The blood seemed fairly old, but it can't be that old if it hasn't been destroyed by the weather.
Could be just them sacrificing animals.
Checking it out.
Alright.
Check it.
Alright. Well,
okay, you guys want to go check it out as a group?
If we meet someone, don't get too hasty with us.
There you go.
Here we go.
Part of the two, if that comes through, doesn't want to sit around the camp alone.
Yeah, right. That's how you tackle by wolves.
That's how you get fucked. So you guys, make your way over. The scene is as Beck described it. You guys, make your way there without incident. And looking over the stones, let me just see who's trained in what real quick. So yeah, like I said, Beck, runes mean little to you. Leon, what are you trained in? You got like, oh yeah, you're actually okay, cool. Leon, you need no check. You recognize that the runes carved into these stones, as does Zoms, also trained in nature apparently. Maybe Bromokers too. Maybe everyone who's trained in nature recognizes them.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Everyone except Beck. Wow. So the one person.
It's fine.
You guys recognize their primal symbols carved into the rocks. Very basic primal symbols actually. One is the primal symbol for earth. One is the primal symbol for fire. One is the primal symbol for water, and one is the primal symbol for air. And you guys just recognize them immediately. These are very basic, like if you're educated at all.
They are the
nature and primal magic, you'll know them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, sort of similar. And the two of the large.
Wait, how did you not recognize those back? Come on.
Traces of blood on them are the one with water and the one with earth. Primal runes.
The Earthbender's gonna be sick in this terrain.
And there's nothing in the middle, right? Like a circle of stones and.
Yeah, there's a clearing in the trees, so it's like a grassy area in the middle. And by clearing, I mean like it's not tended. There's like a few saplings and stuff growing up there, but it looks like it was deforested here at one point, and like this is slowly growing back.
I'll shout out a little bit, like raise my voice a little, and I'll be like, "Hello, is there anyone? We don't mean to invade your circle."
Out of interest, what would you do if someone said no?
I'd be suspicious.
Okay.
But no one says no, right?
No one says no. There's no voice response. It's quiet as the grave.
Responses are limited.
Now, like as all of you, and you're looking a bit closer, the blood does seem at least days old. It's quite dry and powdery and flaky.
I don't know if anyone's done it during like investigating or not yet, but I'll I would reach out and touch like one of the ones that don't have blood on it.
Oh, good.
It's slightly warm to the touch, slightly warmer than you expected. I mean, it was a nice day, and it was kind of sitting out here in the baking of the sun for the full thing. So but like there's a little more sort of life to it, than a cold sort of flat stone you'd expect to touch.
Was the water one of the ones that has the blood on it?
No, it's
water and
earth. Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna fucking do the whole fifth element thing, right? So I'm also gonna go up to the air one and blow on it.
You blow
not the time, bro.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't immediately get a response that you can detect. It doesn't light up or vibrate or anything.
Can I use? I mean, I know the spell specifically for this. I can't like use my sense magic or something, right? It's not like an action.
Oh, you mean the skill? Like
yeah, you have to be trained on Arcana.
I mean, yeah, you can roll nature to. You can roll nature to try and kind of determine like the general sort of flowings of the primal energies here, like you do when you're camping and you're like, you know, what's in the sort of.
It's identify magic skill. So you
can
do.
Is that a skill?
Do identify magic with nature, please. Just roll it covered here.
Sure.
The sheets take way too long to open.
Can't be ours. Okay. Nature.
If I were on my laptop, I would. But...
Ooh, crit.
Oh wow! Fuck yeah!
Critical.
You get a really good. You kind of like close your eyes and sort of meditate for a bit in the area and get a kind of really good sense for what is happening in the primal ley lines or energies in this place. Firstly, you sense that this area where you're in, probably not just specifically right here, this circle, but more like this hex, is like. The barrier between this and certain other planes, like especially the elemental planes, is thinner here. You determine that whatever was done here was some sort of ritual of summoning or conjuring or bringing forth. And in fact, with your like crit, it seems reasonably easy for you, or not easy, but you're able to determine with a reasonable degree of confidence that what was summoned here, what was brought forth here some days ago, was the mud elementals, which are sort of a cross between water elementals and earth elementals. This is basically the spirits were summoned from their respective planes here that you then went on to fight.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take my hand off it and I'll say, as I fear, those mud creatures we fought, they didn't come here by accident. Someone brought them here, to our home. The reason can't have been good.
Most definitely not.
If there's blood, it would have been a blood sacrifice. Now...
Well... We know there to be Spriggans in the area. If they had a powerful enough spellcaster amongst them, it could be their work.
Should we destroy them?
I mean, this isn't...
Leon, you actually... You've got a strong sense you shouldn't destroy them. Like, there's nothing unholy or defiled... Or the place is a little bit defiled, but... Yeah, no, you rather think that you should like clean the blood off them and do like a short ritual to cleanse the place of the kind of like evil vibes.
Let's go.
That's your sense, Leon. Like from your like that's how you think you could, in your sort of like classically trained way with your sort of understanding of spirits and religion and stuff. Like you feel that the right thing to do here would be to put it right. So like clean it off, tidy it up a bit and do like a short sort of ritual to re-sanctify it.
Okay.
You're really familiar with like primal magic, but you've got a pretty good nature check there, so you know what the basics would be.
Yeah, I'll say no. This place goes beyond whoever used it for this evil. It's powerful nature magic. Would be such a shame to destroy it. Can be used for good as well, but yes, we would have to cleanse it somehow.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth pointing out like there's fair logic to Bex. If you destroyed it, like that's a solution to the problem in the sense that no one can ever use it to do anything again, good or bad, right? So it does. I guess it does occur to you from that perspective that if your like goal is to make sure no one can ever come here and summon elementals, like destroying it is sensible within that goal. It would work, but that's like not your natural instinct, basically. So.
All right. Come give me a hand. We should clean off the blood at least.
Sure. Just like get like a rag from a bag, like spit on it, and start wiping off the blood.
Yeah, like everyone doesn't have to help. Tubal check helps a bit. You guys get the site cleared up.
I lick off the blood, actually. That's what I should be doing.
Yeah. Lick off. And then you do a short ritual incorporating Bromok's original idea, a bit of air for the air one, a bit of water for the water one, a bit of earth for the earth one, a bit of fire for the. So you guys do you guys do a little bit of elemental preparations while Leon and Father Two will check chant primal just primal mantras basically. And you kind of remember what, sorry?
The mission in Divinity 2 and how hard it is to make all 4 of the
get those 4 things at the same fucking time. Oh, dude. And then you gotta fight those bastards. Anyway.
That's not gonna happen.
It doesn't happen here, fortunately. It would be actually that would have been cool.
An elemental.
It doesn't. And there's no physical change to the place beyond the cleaning up and stuff that you've done, but you do kind of all of those are kind of attuned to the primal, so everyone except for Beck does get a kind of sense of wellness and completeness, the place is good again once you're finished.
All right, great job everybody. Remember the talk we had about affecting the world? We've done some good here.
We have. People fix the world in their own small ways.
Now, I do think that we should punish those that chose to summon those elementals. They must have had their reasons, but that cannot be justified.
And I gestured towards where the blood was. I'm assuming they already paid the price.
Well, not necessarily. Or they could have. Yeah. Maybe they were killed by them. Foolish
not my first instinct, alas. I would more imagine that whatever left that blood on those stones did so deliberately to lend its life energy to the summoning of the creatures. I couldn't say for certain, but
does that mean that I could technically do hunt prey on the blood if I thought it was one of the people who summoned it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Shit.
Cleaned up now. But if you look around, there's not a huge number of people come through here. If you look around a bit, there's a fair chance you could, assuming they were here in only the last few days, which is what the blood indicates. There's a fair chance you could find their tracks.
If you want to try with track them down.
Yeah, I mean, it'll slow us down a little, but I think it's worth it.
Okay, I'll do it, I guess. Have a little look around.
Okay, sure. Anyone who wants to aid anyone or make a survival check of their own.
It's so much better to do it yourself than to aid, right? So much better.
Usually.
Yeah, well, you can just aid for the chance, but if you critical fail, you give a minus.
Yeah. Oh, not 2. Too sad.
I'll try.
He tells me a 13 is not going to be good.
It might crit again,
No, you guys kind of hunt around for half hour, an hour, but you don't really find. It's all a bit just churned up and old. And then by that point the sun is properly set and it's getting more and more unlikely that you would ever find them here.
Yeah, they kind of shrug and it's well, whatever it was, I think they're long gone.
Well, what if we at least camp around here for the night? I mean, not near the stones, but so that we know if someone comes by.
To move all our stuff away.
At least protect them for the night.
Would they come back? Do we think they would do more summoning?
I guess, the question is, who summoned it? Would they know that what they summoned has been taken out?
They went through that much trouble. They probably.
I say yes.
That's impossible to know without knowing the nature of the summoning spell.
And then again, the question is why? They summoned it here close to the river crossing. Did they do it intentionally to try to prevent people from crossing the river? Did they do it?
Could just be someone not liking the operator lady.
Right.
Seems a bit harsh.
Yeah, well, you know, but it makes more. It's easier to hide than just stabbing her.
We live in a fairly harsh world.
Also very true.
Whatever the reason is, it can be good.
Yes. Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Alright.
Okay.
So we camp.
So you guys want to move camp down here?
Yeah.
No,
Well, if you guys
not that far.
no cooking tonight.
Great. And let us
Do my stealth though.
let's see how the night goes.
Nothing at all.
Your normal nightly stuff, right? Though.
I think we already did it, right?
You already did, yeah, because that's how
sure.
you found the.
Yeah.
Let me give a planes resting.
Looks like nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Yeah, you guys set up, your encampment to watch over it, but by the morning, no one who was keeping watch noticed anything happening around the stones or the trees. And checking it in the morning, the site seems to be as you left it the previous night.
Okay. I'll use, just for flavor, I'll use the stones for my daily preparation. Like setting in the middle.
Okay.
I'll use some as my west stone.
Oh no!
Using the fire one,
And then you accidentally cut yourself and splash blood on it, and then a huge fire elemental spawns. Ah!
Let's go, 3xp.
Free. I don't know that.
Not so about that one, buddy.
For the fire elemental, right? That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Wait, I think last time we were level 3 for the fire elemental.
Classic. Alright.
Right before we met the longers.
Let's. Yeah, in the morning,
Right.
I think we need to. I think we need to make sure we don't have too many stops, though. I don't know how long they'll keep an eye out for us.
Yeah, you're right. But no, thanks for trying. Thanks for.
I kind of chuckle I mean, I didn't do much, but sure.
I mean, but you cared though. That's the important part.
If you say so.
Alright.
Let's make tracks.
Cool. You guys move on. Traveling, towards the actual more inhabited parts of Galewood. No small object necessary because the hex you're moving into has a road in it. So with our one travel action today, we simply move into the hex.
It's far.
Eventually the plains slowly give way to increasing the agricultural space, and then by now it's pretty sort of dense. The countryside is basically just crisscrossing hatchwork of fields interspersed with the occasional small village or hamlet or whatever around the place. There's places to stay along the road and stuff. And as you guys going through the old farmland traveling, you encounter nothing at all.
Looks like we encountering nothing
at all.
Do we want to? I don't know if we actually want to rest on the road though. We're not really walking along the road. I would have kind of crossed it really, but the boat's going not in the direction we wanted to.
Yeah, I think I want to go straight towards a meeting place. I don't think we want
to. I mean, I assume we would be going like that, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, I do want to get to a village, but I think this is too important.
I think
a detour for.
Yeah, you guys are in terrain now where if you wanted to buy anything general items or that cloak you were talking about, that'd be pretty trivial. You could certainly find somewhere here.
I buy a cloak 4-back.
Oh, damn it!
I buy a.
But it's in the color you want. I'll let you choose. White it is. Okay, cool.
I was considering white.
Okay.
Nice.
But white shows up the blood too easily. It's gonna be
right.
It's gonna be red soon. Yeah.
You get a red cloak.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, let's get a red cloak.
Alright. Well, a dark classy red, not like a.
Oh no! Don't see that. I accidentally clicked. It's so sad.
Oh no!
I think I also already.
Dark.
You guys,
yeah, like maroon, sure.
It's like a silver. Like it's like 1 silver for it. Yeah, you just like.
I was like, no, man.
No. Like just like passing one of the farmsteads. You trade with them and pay a silver for a cloak and keep moving.
Yeah.
Can I get a light
same thing you did earlier, which is like a light. Is that a basic weapon?
Simple weapon, yeah.
Weapon or a martial? Then somewhere around here.
Can I get full play?
Opportunities to buy one of those. No. Yeah, I assume you do like a similar thing with all these transactions where you just like send one person, you don't like go as a whole party. So like you did with Leon earlier at that hamlet. Okay. Yeah. And then you keep on moving. And tonight you want to you said like by. Do you want to stay in an inn, or do you want to? You suggest you're gonna like try and like camp out somewhere?
I don't think we'll be walking on the road that long. Like we're just crossing it.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. There's like you gotta like hunt a little bit because there's not really a lot of just like completely unknown terrain. But sure, we'll say that you find your way into
wild camping. I mean, we can camp in farmer fields. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, or you like a camp basically like up against the side of like someone's like big barn or something, like out of view from the house or something, and yeah, I guess what I'll do then is, because all of the farmland things, I'll just roll plains at night instead of farmland at night, because they're based around. There's like things that can only happen if you're like staying in there. So farmland. Plains resting.
Nada. Oh no!
They didn't trust that barn. They were like, that barn looks like that barn.
Fucking the SS found this boys.
Okay. Great. So
we're all gonna spend a hero point to make it an extreme fight, yeah?
Oh, maybe not. But we could. One of us could spend one, right?
Maybe not. He says.
Well, we do have an extra one. Well, this is the chance. But if we defeat it, we're gonna get like a magical item, right?
If everyone spends one, then you get a magical item.
If everyone spends one, what? Sorry.
Hero point. The Synchros did now with encounters where we can add hero point to make them harder, but then like they're both more experience, and we can get like magic items.
Yeah, remember the last order of Dawn Patrol we thought? I'd rather not.
No, not
really. So the difficulty would be extreme, 160 experience. All players can gain hero points either immediately or at the start of the next session, and the treasure will include a permanent magical item 1d4 levels above the party.
Gosh.
That's
maybe not the first time, but we could make it severe, you know. Like.
Yeah, we should definitely make it severe because because normally we'll have one hero point a session, but this time we have more.
I mean, I still have my 2, so I can spend 1, and then if we don't die, then we like all have 2 next session, you know. Alright, Chris, I'm spending a hero point to make it severe. Does that need democracy?
Okay.
I decided to do it.
No, you don't know no democracy.
If it's severe, that just means more Order of the Dawn to kill.
I mean, the rest of us
just
like, we also give it just.
That's a plus right there. More XP, more orders.
Plus.
Class.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Run away.
Class.
Okay, give me your resting rolls for the evening anyway.
The
camouflage will matter. The cookery will matter.
Dude, we're gonna be protected by God.
It's so good dinner. It's our final supper. That's why it's so good.
Yeah, the last supper indeed.
Yeah. No, I mean everyone has like a +2 on saves in this combat. Like,
oh,
nice.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty nice.
That's not bad. Leon, wow, these fucking rolls are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
We chose the right time to roll well.
This is Incendious' barn.
A religious shrine we can pray to before the fight.
Okay. So yeah, okay. Let me throw us on the encounter misc real quick and come up with a vibe.
I can draw a barn.
Please just let me. Okay, so we got. Okay, I'm gonna do like the layout. There's like fences.
It's a party tent. What are you talking?
And a flank.
Quite the artist.
Wait, I can make this better.
No, impossible. It's already complete.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Are we rolling?
What the fuck is this?
I'm just gonna out to the fence.
Beautiful.
And another field going like this, we'll say.
That's supposed to
keep it nice and simple.
Remember, like the slates, right?
Barbed fence or something, Jacko.
No.
It's like the
I think I'll figure it out. And then like this.
Is it teeth?
No, but it's getting closer.
Is it?
Just like spikes or something. Well.
It's like Pictionary.
It's like spikes.
God.
Yes.
The building's on fire.
No,
There's smoke coming off.
It's snowy.
Maybe it's like, is it like shingles?
No, damn it.
What is it?
Like roof tile?
It was meant to be a piano.
Oh, we're getting on.
Oh, I see the perspective.
Oh, I can see it now, yeah.
Whole other perspective.
Yeah, man. I can't see that.
Okay, and then there's like a field across the road, but that's like, you know, whatever's over there. It's like less.
We're never gonna.
Okay, so like we'll say that basically well, it's just like a countryside lane at this point. It's not like the main road where you are.
Right.
Let's say red is the color of the barn. Red for communism.
Yeah, I'm so camouflaged with my cloak. I knew it was a good choice. Oh god, that's
oh god, it hurts my eyes.
Where did I get that paint from? My god.
I don't want to look at it.
I'm scrolling away from.
I'm so good at camouflaged.
Let's get this piano off my map layer. Object layer.
No.
Okay. We don't have her anymore either, do we?
Yeah, can just get the mother bitch out as well, please.
Yeah. So you guys are
It's our new pet.
The mother's just helping us, right?
It was a muddy field. It might be mud actually.
Yeah.
You guys are basically over here.
God damn it, you gotta look at it. Can't help. Actually, no, never mind.
Yeah, and there's like some foliage and stuff arranged by Bromok that like I'll just draw a scribble. Kind of like
to like hide this bright red barn.
So I know, like to keep you guys like, you know, where you guys are hidden from the road. Like it's just like I'm sure you did. Yeah, so Bromok has this like set up. And it is let's determine what point of the night it is. Okay.
No.
In that case,
it's so sad.
Might I please have your perception check, Bromok?
You may.
Bromok gets armor. Lucky girl.
Not a.
Oh yeah. So you hear them coming a mile off. They're on foot. It's a foot patrol. They're not mounted. But there's several of them, and you see them long before they would even have a chance of seeing you, because they're carrying lights and stuff. And yeah, they're coming down the road. And you decided you wanted to make it extreme, on the off chance you end up fighting these things. So I guess
severe.
Extreme, you said.
I'm just spending my hero.
Get the fuck out of here.
Severe 120. Okay, cool. In that case,
dead.
But if we don't have.
And without armor, I have a lot less AC, because I don't have any dex.
Yes.
But you know, I can get hit. It's fine. Who cares?
Oh,
no, we have time to put on our armor before they're.
Yeah, we have a mile.
You think it'll take them 5 minutes to get from there to here?
They're a mile away. Sure.
Yeah, they're a mile away. You can see them a long distance.
I mean, I literally see them.
No, I mean, no, I said there. Yeah, that's just on the map. You definitely see them further away than that. You got good perception.
Oh, yeah, motherfucking Dawn Sergeant.
Okay.
Oh, it's a chance.
See, it's like yeah, your perception's pretty fucking good. Like they're not being stealthy at all. So yeah, you see probably a good 15-20 minutes before they'd even be there. You see the torchlight coming. It's gotcha. It's like you don't immediately wake the party at that point, because it's not even the first people you've seen on the road. All night people travel. But by the time they're sort of 10 minutes away and kind of coming around the nearer bend, you catch the into armor and stuff in the torchlight. And you're like not completely certain it's like at the Order of the Dawn, but it's definitely like a group of men in armor coming down the road. So at that point, I assume you probably is the way you wake up the party and say, someone's coming.
Get ready.
And everyone, I assume, like goes about getting their armor on.
Please stop, Leon, help me.
Everyone, like literally.
We do each other's armor.
People have like 10 minutes. So like,
here's the question, Chris.
Any degree of preparation you want?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You want to climb on the barn or whatever? Like, what do you want to do?
Precisely that, actually. Yes, thank you.
Climb on the barn.
I kind of like because I can't actually see that far away because it's like darkish. But like as before you go, I'm like, how many?
Can you draw the line like where the rooftop is, right? Like the.
Oh yeah, sure. Like let's.
So I know if it's like which way.
Let's say it's like this. That's a.
Dude, you can change the volume on Discord full screen now. Let's go.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's slanting like that. So on that side of it, you're basically hidden by the arch of the roof from
Perfect.
There. Yeah. Or maybe a thick line so it can actually be seen.
But yeah, I will.
Wait, Brom.
How many?
Sure.
How many are there?
Oh, sorry. Like, I'm just getting everything ready now in terms of it. Let's see, looks like 3 potential privates and maybe a sergeant, someone who's leading them.
Kind of crack my knuckles, like. Good ones. I kind of like.
Brom, what's our game here? How do we handle this?
I'm already like practiced swinging behind the hedge. Like...
So, we don't know that they're coming to the barn to find us. Like we may be able to sneak away.
Well,
we could avoid them. If we want to take them out, I mean, from the barn as they are crossing the street in front of us would be the best opportunity. Or if they start to come in to inspect the barn, it's even better of an ambush we can.
Because how high is this fence? Because how high is the fence?
Like between waist and chest, depending on like exactly.
It's like
it's
quite like a simple wooden. It's like a wooden one.
Yeah, very much.
I just like sprint just like that. It's like I'm a big boy, like like it's a big man just running full sprint. Just fucking run
full blade, yeah. You're a tank.
Easy, right?
Don't know about that. I mean, it is, it is fence post and stuff now.
There's how much bludgeoning damage my body does, Chris. It's insane.
Yeah, but then you're just gonna want to say, I want to run into someone and deal bludgeoning damage to them.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You could use athletics, like bust through it, making it a free action, I guess. Because it would be an action without an athletics check required if you just like bust through the fence. So if you want to like run into it and bust through it, you can make an athletics check. But if it's too low, you're gonna end up using like an extra action trying to get through.
Okay. But so as you're saying, wait for an investigator, I kind of grunt, if to get close, that'd be perfect, but I don't think we should let them get away.
I have trouble spilling blood, especially here, but could we use this as a chance to get some prisoners, perhaps? Get some information, turn them into the resistance?
I kind of shrug,
if you've got the surprise on them.
I kind of look doubtful, when I fight, sometimes it's hard to hold back, especially against those bastards.
The thing is, of the 4, the only one that would probably be able to give us some useful, truly useful intel would be the sergeant, and he's gonna be the hardest one to take down in the first place.
Look, if you manage to knock him out or subdue him, I'm not gonna walk over and cut off his head, but I'm not gonna hold back my sword either.
Agreed.
Alright, I mean, that's all I can ask. If I see a chance, I'll take it.
Alright, but I guess we get we even hide more under the hedge, so we're behind it possible, I guess.
Crouch down.
Sure.
I kind of like. Do you want to
climb up, Robert? Do you want to climb up on the roof, you said? Or do you
Absolutely,
want to be down there behind it?
Oh, okay. I'm definitely on top of the roof.
Yeah. Give me...
Behind the other side, obviously.
It's I don't know, it's definitely easy enough to climb up the side. and like I don't want to get a roll stealth because your initiative is going to be stealth, and that's what that's going to be. So yeah, you can climb up without really difficulty. Like honestly, it's probably just a ladder on one of the 4 walls for like getting up to the hayloft, and then from there it's like only a few more feet to get to the lower corner of the roof. And yeah, okay. They are patrolling along. They honestly seem to just be walking past you guys. You guys are really well hidden. You're like to them, they're not expecting it. You're out in the dark. You're like completely unobserved and all that. So
wait, that's very fast.
I can't see the. I just need to zoom out of it so I can see. Okay, so at this point when they're say here, I want to roll initiative, and you guys all rolling with stealth, and you can all have a +8.
Ooh. Okay. It's a big boy plus.
I'll get the tunnel open as well, obviously. And then you can obviously just manually add on 8.
Yep.
Put it in, and wow, I roll bad.
I put it in and same.
That's with the +8 already.
Oh no.
Same. But,
wait, you rolled a natural 19, Leon.
No.
I rolled a natural 1.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it says you rolled a natural 19, Leon.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it says
wait, 1d. What is 1d20 CS20 CF1? Crazy how they roll in this game.
14.
Yeah.
Wait, was...
I have the same thing apparently.
Yeah. Alright, so 27.
Yeah. Well done.
Ooh, someone's perceptive.
Beck, on the other hand, is.
I'm like my sword's poking out the top. So I'm too excited.
These rolls are not good. Look at this shit. Fucking.
I'm just kind of grunting under my breath. You know, it's kind of loud.
Yeah.
22.
And this is just low grass, right?
Yeah. In fact,
so we have to be prone to stay hidden in that area.
Fuck it. So for my own like ability to like know what they're seeing and stuff, I'm gonna turn dynamic lighting on this map, and then we'll figure out what's who's like illuminating what. Because I'm sure Father Tubalcheck doesn't have the ever burning torch out.
Like, I don't see immediately. I guess we can't technically see like anything, you know.
Oh, they have torches.
Well, they're going to be carrying lights, so I'm gonna give them light for a second. But
can I have already
the front and the back are carrying torches?
So as we're waiting, go ahead.
I was gonna say like because I have like my torch kind of like on my body, but I'm like covering with my cloak right now. So like if I need to, I will, like I can just like take my cloak, like kind of move it, and then
that's why your stealth was so bad because it's like lights coming
out. No, it's covering my cloak with. But yeah, just to, like if I want.
Yeah, that's what you think. And then he rolls a 25 on his perception. Man,
he's like, "What's that like?"
Okay. Okay, let me get them going now. The rest of them.
But it's weird, right? But the light
private
work properly because like we should better see them, right? But they've got light. But if their light radius doesn't.
Oh right, yeah. No, you will. All I need to do is make all players see light, which is what I forgot to do on that. All players see light. There we go.
While you're doing that, by the way, can I have?
That's perfect.
Like that should be far in the distance, right? Like when they're so far away, hunted prey the sergeant.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, I was gonna say no action only doesn't, and then it's like, but wait, you can hunt prey someone's tracks to follow them, so you must be able to hunt prey out of combat, like, so yeah. And then I shall sort descending. Okay. This is Wagwan.
Okay.
Sergeant, man, fuck him.
Alright, let's go then. Father, stay back. I will start in a running crouch, I guess. Just go down.
It's not my light they see.
40. Yeah. So, and then I'll try, as my last action, I'll try and hide.
You just like...
Because otherwise I'm just out in the open, right?
Yeah. You just like try and keep low and be sneaky and hidden. Sure, give me a stealth check.
Oh, he's so stealthy.
So not stealthy.
Yeah. He's just like a couch on the ground is in pure plain sight. But you're in pure darkness, right? So it's like whatever.
I am outside of the range.
Yeah, but they Yeah, they have other senses.
They smell you for sure. You've not bathed in days.
Yeah, you're close enough, Leon, to like hear the conversation. Everyone's a little bit far. It's very faint for you, but you hear him say, "Wait, someone's out there." Steps forward.
Something.
Steps forwards, like raising his his lantern a bit. Draws his sword. Okay, now point out, step, and draw sword. Okay, yeah, that's his full turn. Like so he's like basically peering out. Would have taken seek if he hadn't used point out, but whatever.
How does he? How does he phrase a point out? Is it just like there's someone there?
Yeah, I mean, you see him clearly like gesture. I guess he draws a sword first and clearly like gesture out into the field toward in the general direction of the barn. Which even though it's like out of their light radius, is like silhouetted against the sky and like there's kind of like. And then he's like, "There's someone out here. I heard running."
They have hearing. OP.
He also straight up sees my line right or something. Because I'm also like not stealthy.
Yeah, but you're like kind of like concealed behind these bushes and stuff, and like it's slightly less obvious. Like maybe there's like a bit of a glow up there they're squinting at, but that's one of those things that's quite kind of quite difficult to discern exactly what you're seeing unless you know, and then you're like, that's obviously that. But it's kind of like a weird, surreal thing until you're like completely aware of how the light's working and what it is you're looking at.
Fair.
Bromok, you're up.
So I will do just like a hunted shot at the sergeant.
Okay, he is. Wait, hang on. I was going to say flat-footed against you, but that's a rogue thing, right? No, you're hidden from him. It's creatures that haven't acted are flat-footed. Hidden is always flat-footed, right? Or am I making that up?
Yeah, if they can't see you, they go flat-footed.
Undetected, yeah, you're flat-footed. Undetected, you're flat-footed, and you are currently undetected. So, you're undetected even if hidden. So, yeah, you don't.
Otherwise, if you're invisible, you're always flat-footed.
But only for the first shot.
Or
would it be the first one action because it's two shots in action?
Technically, he rolled high enough to like beat your stealth. So
true.
Yeah, but even if unless you're observed that you're flat-footed to them, hidden means barely perceptible. You know what space. For example, they took cover and used hide. Okay. Obscured by a dense fog or waterfall. You're blind or they are invisible, but you seek. And you are flat-footed to them in all of these situations. So you would have to make a DC 11 check.
Okay,
so you would
I don't even lose it.
Yeah, you would remain flat-footed until you are observed to them.
All right, so it's going to be 4 shots then as the 3 actions against them.
Okay. As the first one whistles in, he says, "Attack! Attack to arms!" And then the other 3 hit him.
Okay. Well, hopefully all of them hit, but we'll see.
Let's find out.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, right there, sneak up.
Okay. So let's go through.
And again, flat-footed. So I don't know if any of those hit. 20
against flat-footed is a hit.
Let's go.
Dealing 9 damage. Let me just check. Yep, cool. The second one is a miss against flat-footed, so his AC goes down by 1 because of your braces.
Yep.
The 15, actually, your last was a crit anyway, so it doesn't matter because it resets the start of your turn. So yeah, miss, and then crit, and the crit is
21 damage.
Solid.
I forgot the bracers of dashing.
And he cries out in anguish.
Sweet.
Zombs.
Zombs is just gonna run.
Running up. What a man. You know, Zombs. You can always use the delay action if you like.
What a man. What a mighty fine man.
Okay, I'm just getting into so I'm not throwing the bomb too far, you know. I'm just gonna run up here, and I'm gonna chuck a bomb at the Dawn Sergeant. And you know what? I'm gonna let it splash.
Where the fuck are you?
Let it splash.
Let it splash.
Peck's like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Where is anybody?
Flying into the sky. I feel that.
Alchemist fire. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh shit! At the sergeant.
Nice.
At the sergeant.
Yeah, that's a hit. Easy peasy. This is not a crit, even with him being flat-footed. It is.
Yeah. See, this is something I did. The range is 30 feet. Now this is 55 feet.
So,
how does
one
this work?
range increment. So it's -2.
Per increment, it's -2.
-2. Okay.
So so 0 to 30 feet it's normal. 30 to 60 -2. 60 to 90 -4. 4 and so on.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so it hits. It hits and deals good damage and sets him on fire.
And then I want to hide as my last action.
Remember to splash damage.
I also want to just.
Splash
Oh yeah,
damage.
that's right. The other one.
Yeah, the other one.
This guy
takes
gets 2.
Yes. That's 2 persistent. Stealthy. Are we stealthy? Ah, we're not stealthy at all.
We're not.
The bomb fused. Gave me away.
Okay. This one. Hey, look at that one with the torch. Let's go first. That's well planned by me.
Sergeant also. Oh, he's lantern.
Yeah. Is gonna. Okay, so he's gonna use 2 actions, 1 stride, 1 to vault the fence. But like, I'm gonna let him use the second one to interrupt the stride. Yeah. So moves to here.
Oh baby.
And now I need to give him sight if I want to be actually able to control click him and see what he sees. Control L. Ah, yeah, okay. So you say, there's someone out here, Sarge. Oh, wait, 2 of them maybe. This one.
He does 1 action. Right? Said he's trying.
Point out.
That was point
sounds
out.
to me like a point out.
No, you're right. No, yeah,
you
right.
That all the time.
That's not point out. Point out.
Point is like a space, right?
Who's hidden to someone else and make them like observed to them, or not observed, but like hidden rather than undetected. Basically, it's giving out someone else to seek. Yeah, and like draws his sword. I guess it makes sense. Right? I forgot they have to do that in this fucking edition.
Idiot.
Yeah, he draws. Let me just check. It's a sword that I gave these nerds. Short sword. Yes. This one does a. What's the range increment on a javelin, actually? Anyone know?
30 feet.
30 feet? Where are you at, Leon?
Such a fast answer.
I've thrown my javelin in my time.
No, he'll like draw his sword and basically they do the same thing. He like draws his sword and then like vaults the fence and moves up to there.
There's order. Come on, I can feed him. I'm so happy and angry at the same time. I will rage and I will embrace the power of the dragon secrets and become large boy.
Oh, jeez.
I like it.
Is that an action?
Even though I'm like, I'll try and be quiet. I let out like a pretty big like roars, like kind of rage and kind of like go large. My sword is now even longer. It's like 11 feet long. It's just comical. It's like, what is this shit? Alright.
Wait, so you're like now, like how tall?
I'm normally 6'4".
Definitely over 10 feet.
Yeah, I'm like about 10 feet, I'd say. Like good size, I guess.
But he's basically this. I mean, yeah. Imagine the kind of physicality of like the troll from Harry Potter, like the troll in the dungeon troll. It's kind of like he's just hulking, like tall, still humanoid perspective. He doesn't like become a cave troll or something. Yeah, but he's like, yeah.
I'm like, you know what, like Peter Dinklage's character in
You gotta talk like that now, Ian. You gotta talk like that.
No,
that's the new token now.
And then I will sudden charge Chris. So
we're going to forge the export.
I will go to. Wait, you can go through allied squares and it's not even difficult terrain in this edition, right?
Right. Yeah.
You're ending it. Okay then. I will run up to here.
Who can say?
My face is so big. One
of them calls, "Oh God, what's that?
What the fuck is that?" And I'll attack this one.
Okay.
Wait, isn't it an action to do the bracer thing?
Yeah, nice. Sudden. Wait, the what thing?
To become large.
Charged, yeah, which is one.
Oh, that's the rest two actions. I bet.
Yeah. So great sword. Oh no, wait, raging button. 18.
Ooh.
Not very good, I'm afraid.
Oh, he says, but good enough against the private whom you slice down, the slightly singed private, in a single fell swoop.
Oh God. Alright, I guess that one's not a prisoner.
Not anymore, even not.
I think it's okay. You only need one.
Good. Sure.
It's like they say, you know, the Mongols say in Mulan. It's like, how many people like do you need to deliver? Only one.
That's what Bob's gonna do when the guy starts running away.
Yeah, nice. Okay, this one is gonna draw a javelin and throw it at you. he's got like no desire to like sprint out into that field anymore. What are you saying? Okay, he's gonna step, draw a javelin, and throw it at you.
He's a big, sad, mad, angry man.
Doesn't not hit.
That's not hit. Good thing you got your armor on.
Oh yeah.
Leon.
How does the size change affect your armor in Pathfinder 2?
Technically, it makes you clumsy one, but I'm really clumsy one, so it doesn't.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is if something makes you clumsy one and something else makes you clumsy one, it doesn't. Sources of clumsy don't stack. You go to the highest amount of clumsy. So it's your rage, right? That makes you typically clumsy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's
like
that's great.
Oh, medium. Yeah, medium. In fact, he's typically using a 2 big weapon gives him clumsy, and then like this also gives him clumsy one, but they don't actually stack. So he doesn't really suffer the penalties from being large at all.
I have a question, Chris. You said that everyone who's in the Dawn signs a contract, right?
Yeah.
Does it mean they make a pact?
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah. That was specifically the wording I was alluding to on that.
Alright, I will raise my shield, not with the raise my shield action, I'll have you know. Okay, but I will activate the shield, and a bright light shines in the 90 feet cone.
Stop, in the name of the law.
And I'll can I link an item?
The problem is though, with where you're aiming, it's just like directly onto his back. It's just like
shadow. Wait, do I move
you're gonna rotate your token, Jacko.
Like I'm a bam.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, nice.
And as they are evil boys, they have to make a fortitude saving throw against my class DC. As the bright lights.
Man, it's pretty fun being upside down.
No, there's a second activation for that, Jacko.
There's a second activation for that? Alright, I'll use my second activation for that.
Okay, use your second. Yeah, so one activation primes it with like bright light, and then the second activation makes it like flash ultra bright for like a split second, and then completely disappear.
Yeah. No, it's
so yeah. You raise it for a second, enable the like bright light, and then like send out a pulse of while you're setting that, a command action can be used to cause light to flare brightly and then disappear as if dismissed. So now I put this back to
and then
so then it goes back to like that, except without the cone now. Got to do that. Cool, there we go. And yeah, they have to make. It gets all of them, right? I didn't actually measure the 60 how far the 60-foot cone went, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it gets all.
Is it 90?
It said no 60 feet and 90-degree cone.
90-degree cone.
Oh yeah, 60 feet.
Right, 2 fort saves from privates.
Damn.
It's 19.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna pass.
The first one passes.
So 18 fails. Yeah, nice. And then the sergeant. What am I doing? It's not editing the token.
Sargento.
Fort save.
When I'm large, I can run through the fence easy though, right? Like
you can step over it, yeah.
Also
passes.
He's bad.
Man, plus 12 then.
But we'll say the one that's closer because it doesn't like specify for us rolling. It makes more sense that he'd be the one that's stunned. So
yeah.
Light would hit him first.
Stunned.
And then with my last action, I will throw my spear at a range increment at the stunned boy.
At the stunned boy, cool.
That might be finding a little cover, I
think. Yeah, it's definitely it's standard cover. No, he's tall. He's not like actually a huge fucking. It's right. It's light cover. It's light cover. And that hits.
Let's go.
Wow.
Nice damage.
Boom.
And as I throw the spear and it hits, it returns to my hand.
Whoa! Like a hawk come down and like swoop it off him. And
just brings it back.
Surely.
You're like a
no, the hawk spirit like flies out of the back end with like a string coming out from it, like pulls it out and just like flies it back to you, like towing it behind it through the air.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay. Either way, it's back in your hands now. However it happened.
That's my turn.
Great. Okay. The sergeant says words that we shan't repeat on this PG broadcast.
This is PG.
Yeah, sometimes.
And
occasionally, a few sentences sometimes.
Drops his, like, paying no heed to like the fire hazard, just like drops the torch and his short sword in like the dirt near his feet.
That's against code.
Pulls out his short bow and takes a shot at Beck.
What?
Makes sense. Again, you're the big dude.
I disagree.
You're big boy.
You don't deal with the mosquitoes when you have a rhino charging at you.
I don't like being called a mosquito.
That is pretty bad. Nice, Chris. Does he crit me? No.
I think it.
19. Easy. So 1 off. But it gets rid of my temporary HP though.
And then takes a second shot at you.
Yeah.
Misses.
No.
Bromok.
Yeah, let's do this hunted shot at Zedon Sergeant.
Yeah, still flat-footed to you. You got a really good advantage on these guys.
Nice. Nighttime.
So it'd be a 19.
Sadly.
Okay.
Whistles over his shoulder.
So his AC is -1 for the second shot, which is not going to matter. So -2.
-2 on the third shot.
And a -3.
All these arrows are so sad.
Oh my god.
Oh, the arrows are littering the mountain.
Yeah, seriously.
Just
wow,
killing random
well,
traders going past.
The good news is if on his next turn, he somehow provokes from you, you will have -4 AC against your attack of opportunity.
I don't think I have one.
By the way.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. He takes the 2 persistent. He does, and that makes a flat check on his turn.
Yeah.
To
Oh
see if
man,
he's on fire.
so get rid of solid 8
He's not on
arrows.
fire anymore. Man, flat checks are so good at
He
them.
catches fire again when he drops a lantern, right? And it sets it totally fire.
Okay, so yeah, arrows whistling down, but no longer making contact as they're no longer completely surprised. Zombs.
Move 25 feet forward.
Should have made it.
We are.
Should have made it extreme.
It's like the feet.
Yeah.
First, throw a bottle lightning at him. Ooh. I will miss.
But the 2 splash.
I have 2 hero points. I'll use one. We're getting towards the end of the session, anyways.
Yeah, I like it. Hey.
Hey.
He ducks and zaps him as it crashes behind him. He's like, ugh, a goblin.
That's the problem here. I kind of look down at zombies like, oh god, what is that?
And then I will throw another one.
Another one.
That also misses.
Damn it.
With the 2 splash.
Take the splash damage,
The
bastard.
2 splash. Zap.
See if the first one hit, the second one would have hit as well.
Oh, so sad.
This brave private.
Very stunned.
Brave pirate. Oh, I want to.
It's stunned 1, so he loses his first action. That's not helpful. He then forgot this bullshit. Oh, whatever. He it was only the first one, and you hit him so hard it made sense. He steps up to you and tries to stab you with his short sword.
Ugh. No.
No.
Uh-oh.
This one who threw a javelin last time
is dead.
Dead.
No, that one's dead.
Yeah, it's a 9 one, Chris. This is 15. This is dead.
Oh yeah, you're right. Feck, go.
I look down upon this cowardly man at my feet and
Cowardly.
He didn't even try to run. What a coward! He's trying to be careful.
Too scared to run away.
Again, Beck is strong, not smart, guys. It's fine.
Exactly, strong.
Good damage, Roger.
Fucking.
That's some
good
good damage.
Like,
yeah, you outright kill him, so he can't even like use Frosty or anything. So
let's go. That's what I like to see. And then I charge at the sergeant. He's got a. Oh yeah, he's the one with the bow. Was like shooting at me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to hit me. Yeah. I'll fucking cut off his head. Let's go.
Jeez. Brutal,
Keep them all alive, guys. Take 2 seconds.
It's fine.
No.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he ducks.
I purposely missed, so you know. But, we can take him out. Just a fattening.
This one. Oh shit.
Only food and traveling, right?
Steps back. And then draws and throws another javelin at you.
Ugh.
What a prick.
Already.
Ooh. Hard to miss target. Leon.
I'll run over here. As I'm running, I say, Beck, no.
Bad Beck. No kill.
We're victorious here. We can use this to our advantage. And I'll... So that's 2 moves for me, but my last move I'll try non-lethally down him. I don't think I have enough damage to do it, but I'll try. So that's -2 on this. If I can even hit him.
Come on, you got
Nope.
You got this.
Oh, but the
I'll re-roll that.
Ooh.
Just gonna...
12 damage.
Oh.
No, okay, that's...
Oh, if you roll that one, you get the hero point back. That was a rule. If you roll
No.
that one on the hero point, you get it back, remember?
Oh, yeah!
No, it's the opposite, I thought.
Huh?
I thought Crystal like.
Oh, no.
You get it back, right? No? That was what it was?
See, I thought it was like if you use your hero point and then you crit, you got it back.
Really? I thought the other way around. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like it never happens. You guys have never crit on a hero point before, so if it happens, you're gonna get it.
I think I recall saying it. Yeah, no, in that one you get the hero point back. You can't. I say you can't use it again on the same roll, but you can have the hero point back if you.
All right.
So yeah,
I'll take
it's
it.
going to be like a huge amount of time left on the session, but yeah, I do remember actually vaguely saying that.
Yeah.
So that was the opposite.
Yeah, that's right. We suck.
Sure.
Yeah, cool. That was your turn. Him.
He dropped all the weapons, no more weapons to drop.
I guess he steps here and says, "Die, rebel scum," and shoots twice at Beck.
No.
Because
Rest
you know
is
when you got a
big
target, you got a target.
Charging Rhino, yeah, makes sense.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's good, that's good.
Does crit and there's an
18?
extra. It's 18 and an extra D10 in there.
Yeah.
So 18. So 27. Oh, right. Yeah, right.
Wait,
26.
No. 26. I was like, how did you get 7?
I read the 9 instead of the 8.
Right.
That's what I did.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Now he crits again.
Oh, it was like 3 times 9. That's 27. Yeah, so 26 on you. Big hit, and then his follow-up shot. He tries it again. Die, rebel scum! Oh. He thought it worked, but it didn't.
But he gets the 3rd, right?
Nice.
Nice stuff.
Oh, that's right. He's dead.
Mock. Put him out of
Alrighty. Let's do
Oh, wait. Oh, I used my reaction, Jacko. Fuck!
Yeah.
Maybe everything's damage.
It's okay, you know, man. Whatever.
Come on, die, bitch. Oh,
Let's
look.
go. Let's go.
So 28?
That's a solid hit.
4 down.
Oh my god, it's not a crit.
Nah,
It's
yeah,
one off a crit with his
Yeah.
no.
It's on his
No,
turn.
the 28 already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you have -4 because of the
No, it resets
no,
every
it
turn
resets at
for
the
me.
start of his turn.
Dude,
Ah,
otherwise,
damn
the
it.
shoot always hit the grade. Like goes up to -10, you miss 10 attacks.
So now he's got -1, 3rd shot. Okay, last
Only
shot,
damage.
-2.
Only damage.
Wow!
Oof.
4
He's the
arrows for
Pokemon
4
guy.
damage, boys. 4 arrows for 4 damage. Worth.
Zombs. Zombs is like, imagine shooting a sharp stick when you can shoot one of these instead.
You can throw it near him, guys.
Hey.
Short damage.
Also, can I just tell you, I was looking through just so, kind of like trying to future prep my character for some stuff. There's fuck all for magical bows.
Oh, spoons on them?
You have like
so like
items. It's the oath bow. The end.
Oh, like specific items. Yeah,
start to end and to finish. There's literally one magical bow in the universe. It's like a name.
Another one in this universe. There is the sacred weapon of House Feywind, the old Elven royal line. There's like they're like sacred weapon. Like you know how Flacky spent a lot of time hunting the Crag Reaper. Their sacred weapon was a bow.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So there's another one out there somewhere, but not necessarily
like,
all that available
to you
right
stupid.
now.
The Fey Reaver.
Fucking goddamn it.
Zombs the bombs. Show us what you got.
Yeah.
Zombs the bombs.
And I run up here, and I say, "Get the private, Sergeant Stuzelis," and I will throw a bomb at the sergeant, of course.
Get the private. He didn't say non-lethally.
Where's my button? There we go.
There's your button. That is certainly enough to strike him, dealing 8. Puts him to 1, and then the 2.
Unconscious, though. Non-lethal splash.
Chris is out.
Yeah, Chris is a little.
Chris is out.
he was the sergeant, guys. So it's fine.
The sergeant is.
Yeah, but it ended his own.
Poor guy. I wonder if he can hear us. Oh no, he's not even in roll 20. So it like.
Yeah, I think he's dead. But roll. I get Discord's usually slow.
I'm just gonna. Should I throw a bomb at private? Yeah. Let's make him roar. You guys got this. Oh no, but it's back next. Fuck.
Yeah. I haven't like.
I mean, now that the sergeant's no garrison, you know.
Wait a second, I can do a thing.
I could never like non-lethally swing at one of these fuckers like ever.
Because I can do a thing. Might be helpful. We'll need to look up something though.
Okay, I mean, I think you have time.
Okay.
I mean, and just fucked them up. You know? I mean, I took a lot of damage.
I mean, this was the same encounter as level 1 fighter.
It's probably going to be a bit shady.
Under more progress, I think. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and the last thing.
I mean, I assume these guys are tougher.
I'm using quick alchemy.
He's insane.
Actually,
okay.
Let's check my thing. Did I think I took the thing that I want to make now? I did. I did take the thing to make a tanglefoot bag and
I remember that.
Throw it at the private.
But you don't need to use quick alchemy. You made it earlier. What do you mean?
No, I didn't make it earlier.
No.
I didn't make it earlier.
Yeah,
I was looking up, I actually looked at the formula book.
Oh,
because I wasn't sure. I think I thought I did, but I don't have it set up as an attack, so I'm just gonna click the button lightning one for the attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think it does damage.
It takes no damage, but it takes a status penalty to. He is stuck. He's immobilized for 1 round.
Oh man, he's gonna enjoy being immobilized. He's gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, on a crit, he's like you wet them up. Oh, no. Okay.
I just kind of like stride forward, like, you know, I don't really like, you know, it's like so short. I've got like big legs, and I just fucking, I don't even look at Leon. You know, I don't want him to be disappointed in me. As I like, just kind of like overhand chop at him with the greatsword.
Yes. What's the penalty on his AC for being immobilized?
But it doesn't even get one.
I think it's just speed. I think it's specifically
I mean, it's going to be a crit regardless.
Immobilized. You can't use any action with a move trait. You're immobilized by your force. Yeah, no, you just can't move. Yeah, you can't take any action with a move trait. That is a crit. That is enough to outright kill. I fucking the first one I forgot to use the ferocity to keep him up, and then the other 2 got like outright killed. You couldn't. Yeah, just fucking you just slice in half at the waist, and like his legs like still standing there like tangled, and like his body falls to the ground.
The Dawn Sergeant did.
A rim.
Why didn't Dawn Sergeant use Ferocity? They don't have it.
He doesn't have that feature.
Okay.
Mostly because I just adapted them from like particular monsters and stuff.
Sure,
I've got like the higher up you go, the more actual Hell Knight features and stuff there are. But like when you're making low CR things, it's like it's not like a huge amount. So I just like stole other monsters and was like, it sounds about the kind of thing that would be in the thing.
Okay, so after
he has the ability to order them 6 steps and stuff.
Oh, that one. After I cut this one, I'm like, I kind of just like.
Is that?
Like stick my greatsword in the ground. Yeah, that's the end of the combat, right? Or the end of the
that's the end of the combat.
Yeah.
And I didn't even put a combat music on. And let's just call that the end of the session.
I wanna do something real quick. Can I try?
What do you want to do?
Just like step over here, pull out manacles out of my bag, put them on the hands of the sergeant, cast lay on hands. See if I'm in time. Because I think that the thing that hit him was a borderline, so maybe
like. Okay, so either way, in that time he definitely makes at least one.
Yeah,
like I'll make these for some of the matches.
So
yeah, okay. You wake him up, manacles, and we shall determine what that means next in time.
Wait.